Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Catwater Flame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hi everybody! Welcome back to Bi-Weekly One Shots on a Tuesday. I know, weird. Sorry about that. I have no excuses. I just wanted to shake it up every now and again. Ha! Joining me tonight we have this wonderful band of misfits, and we're going on a punk rock adventure written by one of my best friends, Justice. We'll get some more information about his whole thing later, but first let's meet the cast, starting with Anna. I don't know where you are on the screen.
I'm somewhere down at the bottom in the middle, wherever I am. Hi, my name is Anna. I'm at Nymeria941 on Twitter and all the other social medias. I found out about this entire bi-weekly one-shots thing relatively recently, and I'm super stoked to be here. Today I'm playing a tiefling bard named Matilda Moshpits of Hell and Misery. Because tieflings take their last naming conventions very, very seriously.
As they should. As they should. And then we have Draku.
Well, that's me. Hey, everybody, it's me, Draku. I am playing tonight a Kenku, a secretary bird Kenku. I'm fabulous. And I am a Fey-touched Kenku warlock. And so I'm your sound and illusion and everything you could possibly need stage manager. And I am ready to go.
No techies, no show. And then we have Marlo.
I'm Marlo, and I'll be playing Thundera tonight. Thundera is a dwarf roadie, basically. She's a bit of a metalhead type character, and she has a set of lungs on her. But yeah, Thundera is just your typical roadie. You know, she just, hangs out in the back, wears all black, and takes care of the tech issues as they arise with physical equipment. So, yeah.
All right. And then we have Justin.
Hey, everybody. I'm Justin. I'm Doc Rimbo on Twitter. I'm all the way down here at the bottom of the screen because today I am playing a goblin named Ondert, who because goblins also take their naming conventions very seriously. And Ondert is, he is an agriculturalist. So he likes to grow things and then supply things to musicians and other artists. And so that's all you need to know about Ondert, who supplies the band with certain things.
Love it. I just really need to know real quick. Does at any point does he get like physical? Does he like get into fights or anything? Does he have any altercations?
He's not a pacifist by any means.
I just need to know if he's a pharmacist.
What? I'm gonna mute my microphone because that was too good for me to say anything in response to that.
And then we've got Zoe.
Hey y'all, I'm Zoe. First time playing D&D, so super stoked. I agreed to this when I was drunk, so I'm super duper excited. My character is Lixia. She's a halfling barbarian, here for a good time to smash some kneecaps, maybe keep the adoring fans off the band, that sort of thing. Ready to bust some stuff up.
Heck yeah. Also, I can't take any credit for Harmoses. That's definitely something from like Overwatch. But it's
Overwatch? Never heard of it. That's yours, Nikki. That belongs to you now.
I don't know anything about Overwatch at all. Anyway, and I'm Nikki. I'm your wonderful dungeon master. You can find me at the Wig DM here at Final Show Films, and we'll also be starting a Twitch channel called Slady's ATL. Check out more information about that at the end of the stream, because now we're about to get into some punk rock bullshit. Also, this is definitely going to be a swearing show. There's going to be a lot of like throwing shit and busting people up. So it's gonna get real. And so we begin. Our merry band of adventurers slash musical aficionados. You guys are hanging out at a kind of like a sleazy corner bar. The floors stick to your shoes. All the alcohol is brown and clear. That's it. That's all they've got. And then piss beer. And it's great, and it's wonderful, and you all love it. Through the smoke and dinge of the club, we see your ragtag group of characters. And going in the opposite direction, you are going to describe your character and tell me what their favorite song is. Starting with Zoe. What is you describe your character, and what is her favorite song?
Oh, no. So... there's Lixia. She's halfling, so pretty small, kind of dresses in a bunch of very poorly put together leathers, kind of earth tones. Can tell you she put some effort into it, but it's really just not working out great. And just hair in like straight long braids down her back. And her favorite song is
This has no bearing on the one shot whatsoever. I promise it's not going to come up later.
I know. It's just so quick. I just got jars of clay stuck in my head. So we're gonna go with that.
Here for it.
I love it.
Nice.
No, yeah, you're just like, oh no, yeah, I got a favorite song. It's shit.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll come back to you about that. And Ondert?
I think I'm Ondert, yes.
Ondert.
Ondert is a goblin sort of height equal to Lixia. So way down there close to the ground. Ondert, he's small, and he's wearing really ragged, messed up clothes, kind of look a little bit like a burlap sack, you know. And one thing that's notable about Ondert is he's filthy. He is the pig pen of the group, and he is covered with like a layer of dust, and he has mushrooms growing out of one of his ears.
Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah, so he's got mushrooms growing out of one of his ears, and meanwhile, he's always like wiping his nose on his hand, and like just like no hygiene whatsoever. And his favorite song is this 17-minute jam version of a song by King Crimson, and it's by this obscure band from the Underdark that nobody's ever heard of.
Excellent, wonderful. 17-minute obscure
17
band.
minutes long, and it just descends into psychedelic sound effects, and
This will be important later. Also, yes, we stand goblins here in Final Show Films. We love them. Thundera.
I was looking at something.
How could you?
How could I? I was looking up metal bands. Thundera is she is stout as any good dwarf is. She has untamed auburn hair that just kind of like sticks out at all weird angles. And she is usually wearing leathers, dyed black. She is always got this sort of far off look in her eye, as though she's thinking quite deeply. And this look on her face, like she's looking past you, even when she's looking at you. She's not singing to your soul. She's just looking at something over there. But Thundera is she loves lots of old metal band type bands. So things like Dark Sabbath and it's another good one. I was trying to come up with interesting names to like kind of give light colored zombie guy.
And Illuminica.
Yeah. Yes. Illuminica. Yes. And
you really enjoy Jonah Firearm. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And her favorite song is a song that sounds oddly like Holy Diver by Dio. So yes, this is Thundera. Thundera is metal at her core.
You are just so metal. I love it. The sound of chirping crickets.
Yes, that's me. I realized I forgot to say that, but if you ever ask his name, he just makes little cricket chirping sounds. So feel free to call him however you like. Annoying bug guy. You can also use that. But yes, I'm a Kenku. Kind of look a little bit like a secretary bird. So big, dramatic red and orange around the eyes. Really little tuft of black feathers kind of sticking out the back. Kind of like a cream colored throat, light gray feathers on the back, and then the rest of the feathers are all black. And he is probably the polar opposite of Ondert. He really tries to pride in keeping himself nice and clean and tidy, and has just this air about him of just professionalism, and just very quiet, doesn't speak unless it's something important to say. And I think his favorite song is probably Willie Nelson, and I'm thinking Buddy. That seems a nice, gentle, like that's probably just constantly repeating in the back of his head as, everyone's nitpicking on the show stuff. He's just quietly in his own happy place with Willie Nelson on the brain.
It's like his elevator music.
It is, yes.
So good. Also, yes, crickets chirping eyebrows could kill a man. And I'm ready for it, actually. And then Matilda mosh pits of I have to
mosh pits of hell and despair.
Thank you.
She talks normally aside from that, but the last name, you have to say it with the accent or else it doesn't translate into common properly. Anyway, yeah, so Matilda stands about 5'8" tall, perfect height for moshing. It's a blue tiefling with sort of icy colored blue skin, hair that changes color a lot, but it's pinky purple right now, as you can see, with some horns. And she's got kind of that cartoon character thing going on where they're always wearing the same outfit every episode of the show, except the only thing that changes out is there's just a different t-shirt underneath a leather vest every day. She always is carrying around a giant bass, even when there's no show, even when there's a coat check very easily available, even when it's not really comfortable to sit on a chair with a giant bass strapped to your back, always ready to rock with the bass. And her favorite song, let's see. Her favorite bands in general are any bands in which the, performers wear masks on the stage. So if we're going out of those things, her favorite song is, in our world, it's Heart-Shaped Guitar by Masked Intruder.
I don't know who this is, but now this is just Nikki actually grilling you guys about bands that I haven't heard of so I can go listen to them later.
We'll make a playlist.
Yes. Oh, I really wanted to make one now, but like all that music would have been copyrighted. We could not play that on here, but I wanted to so bad. Excellent. Sweet. Well, as you all are enjoying your brown and clear liquor of nondescript flavor, the door swings open and in walks another goblin and a orc. The goblin is a little more like grayish, grayish ashy kind of coloring with this giant pink mohawk down the back. He's wearing he's wearing leathers, but they're definitely like a leather jacket with the arms ripped off with spikes on it. So technically it's studded leather, but not like that. And these shorts and a shirt that says what is they're vicious throat-cutting bastards on it. And standing next to him is an orc, bald head, kind of looks very muscular, like square. He's got like a very brick-shaped forehead. He's just very like solemn and quiet next to this very large and energetic goblin that kind of rushes in. And he's like literally just kind of comes in, scans around, and the bartender's like, hey, Minxie. And he's like, no, not today, Jack. I got a mission. You guys! And he comes over to your table and like slams his hands down on the table. He's just like, hey, you guys look like a bunch of like rock star adventurer types, right? Can you help us?
I mean, yeah, what do you need? We can like hand out flyers, we can sell your band t-shirts, we can cart your amps around for you.
Yeah. But no.
What do you want? What do you want?
Well, first let me do some introductions. That's really rude of me. I apologize. My name's Minxie. The big guy here is Haircut. Say hi, Haircut.
Hi, Haircut. Oh.
All right.
Not me?
Is your name Haircut too? That's really convenient that we have two haircuts and it won't be confusing at all. All right.
No.
Here's the thing. Me and Haircut here, we're in a band. You might have heard of us. We're called the Vicious Throat-Cutting Bastards. And we are trying to do the Alderman Star. He says it. He does say it like that too. Like it's this ominous, all-important thing.
Do we know what that is?
Yeah, roll me a history check. All of you guys can roll me a history check.
Four.
18.
18.
17.
Nice. Under Thundera and Matilda, yeah, you guys have absolutely no idea what they are talking about. Like a star thing. Chirping Crickets and Lixia, you two both know that the Alderman Star. Yeah, you're just like, yeah. You know that is the unofficial name of a legendary being. Once did 5 punk rock shows at the 5 bars in this area, literally going from one bar to the other in a star formation, completing it all within one night, and then that person died afterwards, completing this amazing feat of revelry and music, and a couple things caught on fire, probably him. Might have been his cause of death. We're unsure. And Minxie looks at you all and he says, yeah, we're going to complete the Alderman Star. Whoever that person was, it's a legend. We don't know his name, which is unfortunate because people need to know our name. Well, our band name mostly, but if they remember Minxie and Haircut, that'd be awesome too. And if you guys help us, you'll be legends along with us. And we also need, protection because when we go into these bars, some shit might go down. We're not really sure. But if you help us, you can become rock legends. What do you say?
I've been
Thundera's
pumping my fist the entire time.
Thundera. You see Thundera's eyes sparkle. Rock legend, you say?
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Let's go.
Cricket. What is Rock Legend?
Rock legend. Very cool.
Okay. Can I be Mushroom Legend?
Mushroom. Probably.
Okay.
You can
You
be
do
whatever
it.
kind of legend you want. I will say that you might not be as the most coolest goblin known after this. Hell, I'm not even the coolest goblin I know after this. But you will go down in legend. More goblins need to go down in legend.
Yeah.
So far, there's only
Yeah.
one that I've heard of, and he was a really cool guy. Definitely dead, though. Not gonna appear in this
Oh.
one shot.
hey, but listen, like, even if we do die doing this thing, some people die before they get to play the greatest show of their life. So, like, if this is it for us, at least we got to go out on a power chord, right?
I, Nikki, am going to give Matilda a point of inspiration because, yes, that is exactly the mentality we want
Yay.
here.
Hardcore!
I love it.
a hardcore die.
Like Mixie is looking at you, and a single crusty tear crawls down his cheek. You can see like it's definitely leaving a line because it's just crud on his face. He's just like, yeah, if you go down, we're gonna go down legends. So yes, Anna, you have a point of inspiration from me.
Thank you.
I love giving them out whenever I remember to.
Can you remind me again? That's a D6 I add to something.
No,
Yes.
well, at least not for me. Mine is literally, it's just an extra D20, so you can add it as
Oh.
advantage or a reroll.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
And you don't have to, and you can know if you fucked up and use it. Like, you don't have to use it before you know the outcome or anything like that. Because the DM inspiration is whatever the fuck I want it to be. I have ultimate power here. Anyway, so he's like, okay, so the 5 bars that we're gonna be going to is the first one we're going to is the Martin Bailey. That one's kind of it's a cop bar. I'm not looking forward to that, but once we get that out of the way, then we can get to the really fun bars, but we gotta do that one first.
I can't go back to prison.
Don't worry, we're not going to prison. We're gonna die first, remember?
Yeah.
Hey, Onder. Hey, just so you're aware, like,
Yes, tell me.
normally my MO for something like this is to just, like, go in, sling him in fucking elbows, but you're kind of short, right? So, like, when
Yes.
we go in there, if you want to bust it up and you want to stir up some shit and cause
It's
trouble,
below the belt.
yes,
Yes.
you go for the
Okay.
knees, my friend,
Yes.
all right? I'll deal with the
Yeah.
noses and elbows, and you
A
go for the
headbutt.
knees. Yeah,
Okay.
you got it.
I'm right at belly button height on most creatures, so I like to
More
go
than
for it.
half the group is very short.
Yes.
All we need
Yes.
is a headshot person.
You have yeah, you're all very, I mean,
Thank
you
you.
got a
Yeah,
haircut over here.
goblin.
Like, haircut just gotta get him in the jaw, and you're good to go. Okay,
Anna, you're the tallest person in the group.
congratulations.
For once in my life. It'll never happen again.
No. Sitting over here at 5'2", some change. Anyway.
High five.
Yeah. So we got the Martin Bailey, and then after that is the sub basement. That one's kind of a cool basement place. I actually haven't been in there. They're very weird about people coming in. And then we got the menagerie. After that, then the graveyard, and finally McFeish's whatever the fuck kind of name is that for a bar, but it's on the list, so we gotta do it. Anyway, those are the 5 bars that we gotta go to, and we should probably
Then-
get started. Like,
Right.
Kinda
Then
soon.
what happened? Then we all die. Then
hopefully we don't
Good.
die. After
Sergeant?
we're all done, we can go around and have bragging rights that we did all 5, that we played at all 5 bars.
Well, it would be more efficient if we all die at the graveyard. They could just go
yes.
there.
But
Yeah.
it won't make the star if we
No.
stop.
Yeah,
at
we
the
gotta die
graveyard.
at the last bar on the crawl. Like, if
Also-
anybody's dying tonight, just try and, like, hold off until we get to the last place we're going to.
If you
I was like, I
die,
already got to carry this base around with me everywhere I go, and I know y'all are, she kind of looks down at these shorter party members, but I only got 2 arms, so just trying to save it for the end.
if you die, Andert will have you get the back up and walk.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is,
I love it.
okay.
Like,
And she
don't worry.
definitely is like, yeah, all right, sure you
I got
will.
good stuff for that.
On dirt, you can reanimate the dead?
Oh, yes.
Because Rock
is the
never
most-
dies.
That is the most metal thing I have ever heard. On dirt, mad respect.
I think I'm gonna write a song
Undert starts
about
pumping his
this.
fist.
I think I'm gonna write a song about this, about like a necromancer that reanimates an unwilling corpse, and it's called "Don't Tell Me to Smile."
Uh,
She writes that down in like a little notebook.
Undert, you and your mushrooms are gonna really, really bring us together. You're gonna be the fun guy.
I don't get it.
Never mind. Let's go. All right. You guys leave the bar. You don't pay. No one cares. And you make your way to the first bar, the Mott and Bailey. Yeah, Mixie looks at you all and he goes, "All right, so this is the first bar, the old MB. So yeah, it's got most of the Crown's Guard in there, but don't worry about them. We just need to get on top of the stage, do our set, and you guys just need to make sure that we can complete the set. Make sure no one gets up there to stop us. Pretty much by any means necessary." And
Also, we should totally leave tags on the walls in the bathrooms on our way out.
good plan. Write down a
That will
band
really
name.
annoy them. Yeah.
Yeah, write down a band name. The Vicious Throat Cutting Bastards. Yeah,
Like on the t-shirt.
like on the I wrote it on there so I would not forget.
Solid policy. I like it.
Okay, so as you guys enter into this first bar, which you see the the sign outside. There you go. Wow. And it's actually a dwarven figure with a large helm and a great big beard, and that has the words the Mott and Bailey on it. And there's a hammer and like a shield kind of in behind that. Yeah, it's that kind of bar. And as you walk in, surprisingly, there are a number of dwarves in here. Like 90% of the patrons in this bar are dwarves. So Minxie and a Haircut make their way over to the stage in the back, which is currently not in use. And they go and begin to silently set up. What are the rest of you doing? The inside of it is very much like just like a simple bar, a couple of booths. It's actually like very clean in here, just guys in beards, handlebar mustaches. A lot of them still in their like Crown's Guard gear. There's a fly.
So what you're saying is less local dive bar, more Applebee's.
Yes, like a TGI Fridays.
Okay.
Yes. There's a bloomin' onion on several of these tables. They have a special going on. If you show your Ilmateer badge, you get a free margarita. Like, that's...
Yo, but I heard the margaritas are like fire.
The margaritas are actually pretty good. Like, no harsh on... The margaritas are pretty good, especially for the price and the amount that you get. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Undert is... just frozen at the idea of being around all of these officials. Mm-hmm. And so he keeps patting his pockets, his little bags and stuff like that to make sure all his stuff is there and he's not dropping anything, and is hiding behind whoever is closest, probably Matilda because she's the biggest one in their group.
So you're hiding behind Matilda. Is anybody doing... Is anybody going to help them set up their equipment? Is anybody going to maybe kind of guard the stage so nobody stops them? Is anybody going to what do you guys do to help them out?
So Crickets will follow them over to the stage,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like looking around, kind of studying it, trying to see, okay, what can we do about this? And he'll actually cast Silent Image.
Yes.
And it's going to just be the logo of their band. He's going to just cast it up, kind of floating in the air behind the stage, and kind of concentrates on that, and kind of like motions them both over, and also does before. He'll probably do this before, so I don't have to concentrate. Prestidigitation, clean them up, make them look presentable, and then he'll kind of settle down and put that silent image of their band logo up above the stage.
Nice. So you guys see this, the band logo goes up, and Mixie and Haircut start putting up their amps. Haircut puts down his giant drum set that you're not sure where that came from, but there it is, and it's on the stage now. And then Mixie pulls out his guitar and fixes the mic. Has to fix it like a lot.
Yep, doing that
Need a
mic
test
check poop, poop, poop thing that everyone just loves hearing at the beginning of
Watermelon.
I think Matilda hops up on the stage, plugs the bass into an amp, and is just tuning it, but just slightly off tune, because it will be really annoying to these city guards if the bass is just like when it shouldn't be.
While Matilda does that, Ander is going to sort of creep up on either Minxie or Haircut, and just sort of walk up to them and be like, "Hey man, you want some stuff?"
What kind of stuff?
You know, just a little snack.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
And Ander sort of like turns away from the audience, from the crowd, and reaches out and pulls out like this like little mushroom with a red and white speckled cap on it, and sort of says,
Here, the best show of your life. Best show of your life.
Oh, heck yeah. And he just shoves it into his mouth. Just Goblin eat, or at least Mixie anyway, by opening their mouth like a trash can, 90 degrees, and just, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
If they can't put it all in their mouth at once, they will still try and kind of hurt themselves a little bit.
Okay. And then he goes back to hiding behind the bass amp.
He hides behind the bass amp. Oh, I bet that
Just
feels
watching
great.
all the cops. Just like obvious.
Oh my god. I love it. Let me see if anybody is paying attention.
So Lixia is kind of like walking like the front and into the first few aisles, just kind of trying to case out how many cops she sees there, and like who's situated where, and like from the stage, and who has quickest and fastest access to what.
Nice. Yeah.
I think for Thondira, she's gonna help set up, but also watch the crowd, because there's a ton of dwarves here, and she just feels like she's gonna know somebody. She's like, I hope my cousin's not here.
Do you have a cousin on the force? The Ilmatir guard?
Yeah, we don't get along.
Oh, is he like your mom's married sister's kid that you definitely don't
my
talk
stepdad's sisters.
You saw him
Bullshit
once at
kid.
the family reunion, and he told you that, nope, we're not going to use any of those
You
words
got in a
here.
fight over ill-modern politics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo.
It ended with me screaming, "Fuck the police," and walking out.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun now. So as you guys are kind of like helping the setup and everything, Minxie like taps his mic, and it's super annoying. And he says, "All right, hey Haircut, what's the first song on the set list? The City Watch are a cocksucking bunch of morons? All right, let's do this." And they start playing, and as soon as that happens, all of the heads in the bar just like turn. Like before, they were kind of watching, like very like confused about what's going on. But as soon as the song starts, they're all like, Okay, and Thundera, sure
Dixie
enough.
is just like,
So Thundera, what was the name of that cousin again?
Let's go with Stanley.
Stanley, perfect. So Thundera, sure enough, you see Stanley stand up. His beard is not as long as some of the other dwarves that stand up. All of them are wearing their Immature guard uniforms, and they begin to walk towards the stage. Definitely like doing the cop walk of like they got their hands on their hips. They're just kind of like do. Sorry.
Dixie is just like
What's going on over here?
preparing herself.
Yeah.
She knows it's coming.
But yeah, Minxie and Haircut start performing, and it's loud, and it's just like yeah, they're just saying like, all cops are bastards, cock-sucking bastards. You can go suck a cock, you fucking cop.
With an out of tune bass line, just like
Man,
I'm ready.
I hope somebody in chat is clipping that song. 'Cause it's great.
I'll go clip it later in the VODs.
It's a theme song for them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip it. I'm gonna send it to my friend, and he's gonna be like, "Yes, thank you." Woo! So, but yeah, you see these. So 5, including Stanley, these dwarves walk towards the stage, and over the loud, cacophonous sound of Minxie and Haircut's rock music, you hear him shout, "What the? Turn this off! Turn it off!"
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to just be like,
You
crank up
already-
the volume on everything that much louder, and it feels like the ground is kind of rumbling
Yeah.
a little bit.
Holy
so no matter
shit.
what they do, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, thaumaturgy being used in the best way. Oh my god. I love it. So yeah, the ground shakes as you literally turn your amps to 13 at this point, because thaumaturgy makes you real loud, and you're already pretty loud.
Yeah,
and
you can
all of
see
them,
the
like-
sound waves now.
Yeah, they're all
That's how
covering
loud
their
this is.
ears. And they do actually begin to draw war hammers out of their. Stanley pulls out a war hammer, and the rest of them all pull out long swords. And they are going to attempt to storm the stage. So let's roll some initiative. Yay! I'm actually surprised the initiative didn't start much sooner.
You said roll initiative, but in my mind, it's like, let's determine the set list. Because we're gonna
I'm
just
so
go in order.
sad that I can't do a set list for this, because I just immediately am thinking of like Ballroom Blitz, but like a punk rock version of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So they got piss poor on theirs.
17 for me.
For who?
I'm coming for you, cuz.
Thunder, you're like, yep, nope. I remember what you said at the barbecue. Get wrecked.
Under loves this song.
Yeah.
Because he believes that all cops are bastards. and so he rolls a crit 20 for a 22.
Hell yeah!
Wow, sweet.
This is your song. This resonates in your little goblin heart. And like
no one can hear him because he's behind the bass amp.
No, yeah.
He's yelling, "Get the fuck this Undercare!" And he's just like yelling and like moshing and like jumping up and down.
This is the most energetic Ondert has felt without having some sort of assistance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And Chirping Crickets, what'd you get?
Well, I hate to steal your thunder on Dirt, but I also rolled a crit, and so I'm a 23.
Ah!
You know why? Because we're just two sides of the same coin.
Exactly. That's why we're friends. Weird, polar opposite.
We're the original odd couple.
You know what? I'm actually going to, because we did get 2 crit 20s, and normally you just kind of like let them just be top initiative. I'm actually going to give Ondert and Chirping Crickets. You guys we're gonna start the initiative, and you two are going to have essentially a surprise round before everybody else, and then we go through regular initiative. Because I think that's fun. Matilda, what'd you get?
I got a 12. Solid, right in the middle.
Look, you're busy. You're busy trying to like not only play well but also play weird. So that takes the fact that you're able to still like want to fight but also keep up this performance going. It's talented. We're proud of you. And Lixia.
I also got a 12.
Who has the higher dexterity?
I have +2.
Same. I'm 15 plus 2.
Roll off.
Why don't you go first?
Oh, okay. I was like,
You go first.
roll off. Y'all are just like you're so ready to go.
No, you go.
No. You punch the cop first. No. I insist. It's all good because everybody goes before the cops. They rolled a 6. Boy. They're just like they're so disoriented by all of this. They don't really know what to do. They came to the Applebee's to enjoy a bloomin' onion and endless margaritas with their immature badge. They didn't know what was going on. So surprise round real quick. We start off with chirping crickets and then on dirt, and then it'll be back to chirping crickets, on dirt, and then everybody else. If that makes sense. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so as he sees them approaching the stage, he's in full stage manager mode. It's like, no, you're not interrupting. We're in the middle of the show now. And I'm actually going to use my Fey presence. And I'm going to target all of them. I think, are they within like a little 10 foot
of
each other?
They're trying to come up the stairs, so yeah, they're in a nice little
perfect.
square for you.
So I'm going to use Fey presence, and they need to succeed a wisdom saving throw of 13. Otherwise, they are all intimidated or frightened by me.
Ooh, I need to know how do you do that intimidation? Like, do your eyebrows get longer?
He's, looking at the stage, like, and then just and just death glares, like
I'm gonna clip that too because your face was so good. I love his eyebrows. Ooh.
That's the stage manager look, TM.
Yes, exactly.
So what?
So it's a wisdom saving throw, and they have to make a 13.
Nope. No. One of them succeeds. No. That one. No. Holy snikes. Why am I not? I just said all cops are bastards. I don't know why I can't say shit. Anyway, only one of them succeeds, and it's not even. Stefan. What was his name? Stanley. Thank you. Stanley rolled a natural 1, so he is definitely like, he's completely. It's like you can tell that he just made it out of the academy and he's got his badge and he's just fumbling. But a much more grizzled kind of salt and pepper dwarf with like long dark braids going down the front. With a handlebar mustache, just this big chonky handlebar mustache. He's able to look past your intimidation because his handlebar recognizes your eyebrows. It's like, no, not today.
They do a little twitch as he recognizes that, oh, you're not intimidated by me. Okay.
But everybody else is. Your Fey presence means that they, what does that do for them? They have disadvantage against you?
Let me read that real quick. They're all either charmed or frightened by me, and I picked frightened. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't really say much else as far as that goes.
So they have the frightened condition.
Yes.
And I believe that means... Oh, now I gotta look this up.
Disadvantage, and they can't willingly move closer to you.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Awesome. So yeah, they get stopped at the pretty much at the stairs. They're all just like, ooh, oh shit, that's terrifying. But the handlebar mustache one is unaffected. And then on dirt, what are you gonna do? Oh, I'm so sorry. Chirping Crickets, do you have a bonus action or movement or anything?
No, I'm just gonna hold that for now and just keep that glare going.
I love it. How long does that last, by the way?
That lasts until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Onder, what you doing?
Onder is Andert's not like the sharpest knife in the drawer. So Andert doesn't quite notice them approaching yet. So instead, he's just sort of dancing and raging, and then he sees them coming, and he uses a bonus action to hide behind the base amp.
Yep.
And then he is going to wild shape into a boar.
Ooh. Boars are like large creatures, right?
They're medium.
They're medium?
They're medium, but they're chonky boys.
They are chunky. Are about like 28 to 49 of your cousins about to show up? And those are feral hogs, not boars. Never mind.
I get it. I was going to make a pig joke about the cops, but
Yeah! No, do it! Do it!
I'll save it for next turn.
Okay, I've got an inspiration waiting for you for this great. I don't mean to put pressure on you now, but and you turn into a boar as your action, and you're definitely not hiding anymore because you just whoop, like
Right.
like I think like literally like a boar just appears behind the amp, and it's
Fine.
just very confusing, just like what, huh? All right. And nope, don't do that. And now we're at the top of the regular order, back up to chirping crickets. So it's not. Is it the end of this round, or is it next round that they are no longer frightened by you? You're muted.
It should be at the end of this turn.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll still have this one.
Yeah.
And I think actually I'm going to go ahead and hold an action. My intention is to use the Control Flames cantrip. And I'm waiting for like a good crescendo of a music note to do some pyrotechnics. That's essentially what I'm going for here.
Nice.
So I'm back concentrating on the stage again. And yeah, so I'll hold until it seems appropriate to have like every flame within. Oh no, it's just one. Just, I'm just concentrating right up here close to the stage. That's where just little pyrotechnics will
little
come up.
gouts of flames.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, and then Onder.
Yeah. Andert is just going to come out from Andert the boar, who is a boar with mushrooms growing out of his ridge, is just gonna, like sort of charge out from behind the base amp.
Andert was glorious and beautiful. Sorry.
So he's just like snorting in a goblin voice, just and
Border.
which in boar means boron pig violence, and then he's just gonna charge straight at the closest one.
Oh my
and,
god! The closest one is definitely Stanley. That
and do a little tusk attack on him here.
Tusk him up.
So that's yeah, I'm gonna tusk him good. That is
Take him to Tuscany.
That is a 9, so probably not.
No,
He
unfortunately.
misses. But then he's going to use another bonus action here to disengage and sort of back off out of range.
Nice. Yeah, you run up, you just get in their face, and then you charge back, kind of behind chirping crickets there. And now we are at Thundera. After Thundera, it is Lixian. Nope, not Lixian. Lixia, sorry.
So Thundera, who is always hiding and out of sight because she is the roadie, kind of melts out from the sort of shadows and looks, and her eyebrow cocks up. And she sees her cousin. She's like, So she pulls out her shield and her mace, and she kind of like readies up and looks at him and says, "Stanley, you scraggly bearded son of a bitch!" And then like does like this in the air, and this instead of it's an axe, but in the guitar sense,
Yes.
shows in the air, and I'm gonna use that. My bonus action is spiritual weapon,
Yes.
and I am going to cast spiritual weapon, doing that in the air, and then run at him while still singing "bitch."
I love it. So, spiritual weapon is actually a mystical, magical, radiant weapon that you can put anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Where I need to know two things. One, where do you put this magical weapon? And two, what does it look like?
So, instead of it being like a normal weapon, I'm flavoring a little bit. So
No, do it up. Yes, no, absolutely. I've had people be like, "It's a flip flop. It's a fly swatter. It's a baseball bat." Like,
it's a guitar. It looks like a guitar
Marceline's
with
bass.
Yes. It like kind of pointed on the ends and like super like, just like something a metal band would
like
have.
Like an axe. Like
yeah, an axe.
Yeah.
And
it has to ask him a question.
It's kind of beside, beside Stanley because she's like all in, like,
yeah,
I'm not letting this guy get me.
Yeah.
So that's placement. That's what it is. That's what it is.
And you're running up, and are you swinging on Stanley?
Yeah,
all
definitely.
Right. You're swinging on Stanley. Your spiritual axe is swinging on Stanley. Tell me how that goes. I need to know.
Well, I rolled a 16 to hit.
That'll hit Stanley.
That'll hit him. And then let me roll for damage so I can kind of tell you, because I got to know that. I run up and I swing back with my mace coming upward to knock him in this scraggly ass beard. And I hit him for 9 damage.
Ooh. That they're literally like, as you hit, there's like a power cord just happened to go down at the same time. Yeah. It's sick. How'd your spiritual weapon do?
So let me do that right quick. That's a fair point. I casted it. You think I'd want to use it, right?
Yeah. As soon as you cast it, it immediately hits. If something is like right next to it.
Yeah. Let me see.
Spiritual weapon is the best spell. I love it very much. I'm trying to express my love, and I'm just like trying to dribble like wine on myself, and it's like, spiritual weapon is so good.
As that power cord hits, can that also be when my pyrotechnics go off?
Yes.
So he's dramatically lit.
8.
Yeah.
Actually, chirping crickets, roll me a performance check, please.
Sure.
That's 8 on the spiritual weapon.
To hit?
No, that was 16 to hit.
Oh,
8,
yes.
8 damage. Yeah.
Wow.
Rolled those backwards. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just like, oh no.
Oh no.
Math. There we go. I did the math. I'm great at math. What'd you get for
17 yes, performance?
They look sick. Like, power cord, mace goes up, the firework, the fire show goes up, and like it forward lights Thundera, and it looks really good. Some of the fire happens to lick one of the dwarves that's kind of afraid of you. His beard kind of singes a little on the side. Looks great. We love it here. Makes your hair kind of just like, yeah, fire! And now we are up to Lixia.
So, really quickly, is Border, like, is he near me?
If you were,
I disengaged, so I could have backed up towards the stage. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay. Can I do my bonus action before I do like my action?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, great. I want to rage.
Yes, you do.
So I am raging, and then I run towards Border and like mount him and pull my like great sword, which since I'm a halfling is like a buster sword on me.
Yes, I love it.
And then so that would be my action, right?
No, you ran up, you raged, you still have your action. You can still swing swong at people.
Okay, yeah, then I guess if there are any dwarves near me, I will take a swing from atop Border.
Oh, it's so good. That's so good. You know what? I'm not even going to make you roll like acrobatics to get on top of Border. I think you guys have done this maneuver so many times that it's second nature.
It's normally to get away from the cops.
Yes, but today it is to run charging towards the cops. Yeah, you run towards them, you jump on board and you swipe down. Roll me to hit. I actually need to double check something about your rage real quick. Do you want to frenzy now, or do you want to wait until later?
Right now I'm gonna wait.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, remember you have 2 attacks, so you swing twice with your great sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I roll my dice twice.
Yeah.
Then. Okay. All right. First one is a 16.
That'll hit.
And then number 2 is a natural 20.
We're excited. We're just all excited here. And so great sword, use 2d6 plus your strength, and because you're raging, you get to add an extra 2 damage to that as well.
Okay.
You just get to
So
roll.
2.
You get to roll. And because one of those was a critical hit, you get to roll 46, so 66 altogether. Yeah!
Oh, I don't have that many. Okay.
You don't have that many dice! Here, borrow my dice. Here.
Push some dice through the
got-
screen.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, oh shit. Okay. Sorry.
I called cops cock-sucking morons.
Okay, so for the first D6, the first 4, 7, 8, 13, and then 2 more. Another 8 for 21.
21 plus 6 plus 4, another 10. So 31. Girl. Yeah, you come down on board. What do you killed this guy. He's dead. Tell me how you killed this cop. Killing any actual real cops is not weird. We're not here right now, but also all cops are bastards. Yeah. But tell me how you killed this fictional immature guard.
Okay, so I'm aboard shit. I'm riding board dirt, and just as we charge forward, I just like pull it up, almost like
board?
What is it? when in the medieval games where they do the lance games, almost like that, just like holding it up like that and just boop, right through.
Just
boop,
wow.
pop it. Yeah. And then just boop, and then
again.
Yeah. Every time I do it, I just make that noise.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh, shit.
And then really quick question.
Yeah.
As a halfling, or as a ghostwise, I can talk to people telepathically?
In their heads, yeah, just do it.
That's not an action or anything?
No,
that's
right? Just like you talking. Okay,
so I'm going to send a message to Stanley.
Yeah.
Just that he's the family disappointment.
Lixia, here's a DM inspiration for you. That was cold. You took out one of his men and like dead-eyed him, and you're like, you're the family disappointment. There you go, Lixia, DM inspiration. Enjoy that. As you also murder this guy. And now we're at Matilda. Matilda, you're paying attention to this. By the way, go ahead and roll me a performance check. This is not a part of your turn. This is just me needing to see how this is going.
How am I doing?
Yeah.
How am I doing? Let's see. Oh, dirty 20. Not a natural 20, but all added up to 20.
I'm on
fire!
Literally, like there's fire. It makes you a haircut, or you just got through like the big solo piece bit, and your song's about to kind of like going through the come down. But what are you doing?
So I think I'm going to flavor this in a second, but basically what I want to do is I want to use my unsettling words and then like set up a combo for that with vicious mockery. So unsettling words subtracts from their saving throw, and then vicious mockery does what it does. So I think if she comes down, we're like, in the sort of bridge of the song.
Yeah.
And then as it's about to like pick back up again for the final crescendo, she's doing the thing where she's sort of shredding on the strings, but then like yelling out a monologue into the microphone as it goes faster and faster and faster. The drums are sort of picking up. And she's just kind of like, all right, listen, all of you Elmotter devotees out there, why don't you go swing your pickaxes at someone your own size? Stop playing dress up and being a fucking meter maid! And she just, boom, like through the power of the bass. So
I'm weak.
they need to make DC 14 wisdom saves, but they subtract 8 from whatever they roll.
What?
Because that's what I did for the unsettling words, so they're very unsettled.
They're super unsettled. All this shit is going on. No. You know what? There was a natural 20 in there.
Oof.
Like that's the only one that's probably gonna make this.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no, there was another natural 20.
Okay.
And then so 3 of these guys are super unsettled. We're also gonna say that Stanley was like, actually no, one of the guys died. That's right. So one guy is dead. Stanley and another guy don't make it, and then another guy and Handlebar both make it. Handlebar is like, I've seen some shit. You're not gonna get me with this. I've done my time on the Force.
So the ones that failed the wisdom save take 5 points of psychic damage, and they have disadvantage on the next attack roll they make before the end of their turn.
Stanley, you are super disadvantaged. Oh no, wait. Matilda, how do you kill Stanley? How do you snipe kill Stanley from Thundera?
I don't want to kill Stanley, but I would like to make him pee his pants and run away, because I'd like him to just go sit and think about what he's done and maybe resolve to live a better, more punk, less establishmentarian life after this.
So
I just want to break him.
Yes.
So technically, through spells can't do like non-lethal damage, but he's not dead. He just passes out, and he definitely pisses his pants.
He can be unconscious. Yeah. I don't want to kill him.
No. But he definitely, like, you definitely knock him out. He like slides down the stairs, and there's just a trail of urine.
Hi, bitch.
And the other guy who failed books it. This was Vicious Mockery or Dissonant Whispers?
Yeah, it was both end. It was the unsettling words, which is my Bard College thing, plus Vicious Mockery.
Plus Vicious Mockery. And they have disadvantage on the thing. You said run away, and I was like, not the Dissonant Whispers one. Not that one. Not that
Correct.
One. Yes.
Correct. No.
Okay. So he has disadvantage on this guy has disadvantage. Stanley is unconscious. He is out of this combat. And finally, it's the cops' turn. These two that are still like super feared of chirping cricket here are like, we don't really know what to do, so they are going to pull out hand crossbows and fire. One of them is going to fire at Bordert, and the other one is going to fire at Lixia. The one on Bordert does a math 14 hit your.
Since I am a boar, yes.
Yes. Okay, and then you're gonna take, because it's a hand crossbow. Ooh, max damage. 11 points of piercing damage from this.
Okay, that's all the hit points a boar has.
Oh no!
Oh no! Yeah. and so Borger pops back into goblin form and gets crushed underneath the halfling.
No.
Lixia just
roll off.
She. And then Lixia, this guy does a. I can do math. A 16 hit you.
It does, yes.
It does. Okay. You're going to take. Wow. Okay. Again, 11 points of piercing damage as they just at you. And I forget.
Rude.
Because you're raging, that's only 5 points of damage. Yay! I was trying to remember, like, all barbarians definitely get the halvesies on damage, and then Bear Totem gets it for everything. Okay, yes. But yeah, you only take 5 points of damage because you are raging. And then Handlebar, Handlebar sees this bird in front of. He has to make a choice. I have to make him make a choice real quick. Is he gonna go after the bird, or is he gonna go after Thundera? Because they're both in front of him. He's going after the bird. And he comes down with his long sword. 21 hit, chirping cricket. Yeah. He's using it two-handed, so that's going to be... Okay, 10 points of damage. As it just wham on top of you. And that is their turn. Yeah, Handlebar is actually going to move because he can move forward. Yeah, he moves in front of the bird, and that's his entire turn. Then we're back up to Chirpy Cricket. I believe your intimidating presence has worn off at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he did not appreciate that. So he is going to Eldritch Blast Handlebars. And then there we go.
As you should.
As I definitely should. Let's roll that. Does a 15 hit?
Nope. You need a 16 to hit these guys.
Dang it. Then it just kind of goes shooting past. And
his handlebar mustache just whaps it out of the way.
just shrinks in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I got. I don't have any bonus actions. He's very frazzled. Like someone just attacked me, so
you
I'm
are
chalking
level
it up.
5.
I am.
You should have 2 Eldritch blasts.
Wait, I do, don't I?
You do. Do
Then
it
let's
again.
try that again.
Do it again.
Let's try that again. Nope. Just no.
Dang it.
Nope. That was a 2 before I add anything to it, so we're good.
You're good.
Just gonna miss.
Cool. So as you shoot past Pandamar and it's just not doing. By the way, are you still doing your silent image of the band logo on top?
Theoretically, I can do a concentration roll if you want. Yeah. That is a 16.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Just like to roll it usually, just in case. Yeah. All right, and now we are at Ondert. You're now back to being just a regular goblin with mushrooms. But there's nothing regular about you. We all love you. You're doing a phenomenal job.
Ondert sort of groans underneath the halfling, and just he stands up and he grabs his club and he's going to cast Shillelagh on his club, and then go in and swing it at who's left.
Handlebar and 2 randos that we don't care about.
Yeah, I don't care about them. One of them is distinct because of his mustache, so I'll swing at Handlebar. And it's a crit fail. That's a 1.
Oh.
And so he's still like dazed.
He's still dazed. You got you got dropped on, like cage dropped on by Elixia by accident. And you actually think you're a little bit bigger than you actually are, so you run up and you try to swing, but you miss.
Spin around in a circle.
Yeah. That's okay, though. Anything else in your turn? You cast your Lele, you swung. Are you gonna run away? Or are you gonna
no,
stay there?
I'm gonna stay there,
right next to this
dude.
Nope. Never mind. Anyway, I have to catch myself every now and again. You're definitely standing there and being intimidating as a sweet, wonderful goblin. Again, because we stand goblins here. So after Ondert, we are at Thundera.
All right, I am going to use that old 1-2 punch here again, so-called. I'm gonna swing my mace again and go at Mustache Man.
Yeah.
For hitting my lovely bird friend.
Yeah.
That was rude.
Dare he? How dare he?
Oh. Yeah. No. I rolled a 9.
Oh no!
Let me see what I did with the. Let me see what I did with the
Spiritual weapon.
the axe. Oh God.
No.
A 9 again.
No!
How did that happen? I'm punishing this dice.
I made him too powerful.
So I imagine I swing at him and get distracted by the mustache when I realize exactly how absolutely glorious it is. And then,
damn it.
God damn it, that's a good mustache. And then the spiritual weapon just kind of wings past because I've kind of like, whoa, blinded by the stash.
Blinded by the stash. Honored's like, me too. I laughed at my own joke. I'm so sorry, everybody. Lixia and then Matilda. What you doing?
Okay, so I'm switching out my Buster Sword
Mm-hmm.
just for a couple of hand axes since I'm on my feet. And then I'm going after Mustache Man too, like it's a grudge now.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna say that you run. You actually I'll allow you to run past Thundera and get behind the mustache so that you're not blinded by the glory of his handlebar, and you will actually get advantage because you're flanking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's engaged with somebody else. You literally like run up behind him and you just start swinging. So you get to roll 2d20s and take the higher number on both of your attacks.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Fuck. It's a 7.
No. It's okay.
Damn it.
It's okay. Yep. Wait. You do have a DM inspiration if you want to reroll.
Oh yeah.
Also,
let's go for it. Yeah.
Were any of those a natural one?
Yes.
You have halfling's luck. You get to reroll that natural one.
Ah!
I'm gonna remind you of all your dash rolls. I want y'all to kill everybody in this bar.
Thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm still so new. So trying
You're
to
fine. You're fine.
Okay. So let's do the
halfling luck one.
The halfling luck. Yeah. 18.
That'll hit. Yes.
All right.
So roll that damage.
Okay. So was that D6, right?
2d6.
Yes. Got it.
Plus 5 because you're raging.
5 plus 5, 10.
Nice. And then your second attack still with advantage because you're flanking.
All right. 17.
17 will hit.
All right, and then 10 plus 5, 15.
Nice. Yeah, you come up behind Handlebar. Give me your one-liner as you take Handlebar out.
I just like I don't know now. I'm so bad. I don't think I have one. I'm kind of a halfling a few words. I just like smash the hammers like just into him and then like grab him from the mustache and then just like slam him to the ground. And then, yeah.
I mean, that's exactly
I feel like that's where I'm going.
That's exactly how you would use handlebars in this situation. All right. And then Matilda.
She looks over at Lixia and's like, yeah, that's right. You don't need the cops to give you a license to ride a bike. And then she's going to do the same thing as before with the unsettling words and vicious mockery and basically just like try to devastate the crap out of the rest of them and just be like, your mothers would be super ashamed of what you've done. Why don't you just go for something useful in your life instead of breaking other people down? And then power chords it again. So they need to make wisdom saves.
They
DC
failed.
14, but at a -3.
They
failed?
Yeah.
Okay. So they take 3 points of psychic damage and disadvantage on their next attacks.
They take 3 points of damage?
Yeah. I didn't roll very good.
Didn't roll very good.
No.
It's okay. So actually on their turns, they freak out, and they actually run away, but they run away to the rest of the cops in this bar, who have now all like put on their gear and are looking at you guys as the final chords of this song ring out, and Mixie and Haircut are like, that was awesome, guys, we gotta go to the next bar, let's go. so so yeah, show's over, let's get out of here.
Strike the set. Tear down all.
Tear it all down.
Wrapping up cords.
Matilda's using her mage hand to like help make sure that all of the AV equipment gets wrapped up, and then as they leave, is just doing the middle finger at the cops while blowing a raspberry with the mage hand on the way out.
I love it. It's so good. Minxie on the way out just like throws a hand up because he has the very small tiny bit of magic. He's an arcane trickster. He throws a hand up, and sure enough, like plastered on the wall is throat cutting bastards, vicious throat cutting bastards, ACBAB. ACAB. I can do the words right. Yay. So yeah, everybody give me dexterity saving throws as you are booking it out of this TGI Fantasy Fridays.
17.
17? D20, yes.
I'm gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that because that was bad. Much better. 15.
15?
15.
15 as well.
15?
9.
9.
4.
4.
Gonna cry.
No. Did you roll a 2?
No.
Did you roll a 1?
Oh wait, no, it'd be a 6. Wait, Dex plus 2. Okay. So 6. Yeah.
You do have a DM inspiration that you haven't used yet.
I know, but I'm wondering if I should save it.
It's your
Yeah.
choice.
I mean, there's really nothing like slipping on somebody's spilled beer and then chipping a tooth when your face hits the
Yeah,
concrete on
true.
the
I
way
guess
down.
I'll go for it.
Ugh.
I'll go for it. 7. I guess.
Sorry. Oh no. Oh no, I'm so sorry. 7's better than a 6.
Yeah.
At least. And when
I'll bust a lip instead of chip a tooth.
Yeah.
So.
You slip and you definitely scrape your chin, but you don't bust up your mouth. Chirping Crickets, what did you get?
That was a 17.
Dope. So so you all kind of run out the back door, Haircut holding it open, as you all book it down the street. And Lixia, you fall down. Haircut picks you back up, literally just like by your scruff. And you guys all book it to the next bar. And surprisingly enough, the 2 next bars that you guys were supposed to go to, the sub basement and the menagerie, there's just a wave of the hand. You guys play at those shows because we probably won't have enough time to do all 5 of them, unfortunately. But maybe that's a show for a next time. So you guys are actually on your way to the graveyard, and that is where we are going to take a quick break. So you guys stick around. We're gonna go grab a drink. We're gonna go pee. You should probably do the same, and we will be right back. We're live. Welcome back, everybody. Aha! I knew this would happen. I have to. Oh no! Wait. Nope. Everyone's where they are. Excellent. I don't have to move anything. Huzzah! I thought there was going to be technical difficulties, but there aren't. I'm so happy. All right. So Wave of the Magic Hand, 2 of the bars that you guys were supposed to perform at, you definitely performed there. They're on fire now. It was great. Well, maybe we'll revisit that session on a different date for other people. But you are now on your way to the graveyard, which Minxie turns to you and he goes, "All right. I really gotta take it easy after the last 2. We set them on fire. It was wild. I can barely remember it. Anyway, y'all did great, especially after the after the genie started doing body shots. If you need some coffee or something, get it now, because 4th bar is the sick and wicked graveyard. It's run by a haggard old lich named Magnifex the Bone Lord. He's a mean old bastard, not too fallen to the living. It only makes sense then that the secret entrance to this bar is a cemetery, and it's locked, trapped and guarded by magic and the Mad Lich himself. So, still the show must go on, and I'm sure the graveyard is pretty dead without any live music. So.
Oh, Lord.
At this point, I think Matilda's also going to turn over to Thundera, knowing that she's the roadie, and just be like, "Oh yeah, and by the way, when we're done with this, we're going to need to reorder the extra large T-shirts because the genies were really into that."
Yeah, I was surprised after Body Shots they bought so many T-shirts. It was wild.
I know, right?
You guys have so much money right now because of all the T-shirts that you've sold.
We're going to finally be able to replace that spare wagon wheel on our cart that gets us from show to show. Yes.
It's a mom van.
Maybe Ondert can go see the dentist this year.
Oh, no.
It's not that you can't afford it. He just refuses to go.
I don't want to.
All right. Just kidding then.
Look, goblins have teeth like sharks. They just, like, appear. It's fine. If he loses one will grow back in a week. It's fine.
I'll probably be dead within a year.
Oh, no. All right.
We don't have long lifespans.
So anyway, yeah, you guys make your way towards this cemetery, and sure enough, you just see it's actually called what is the name of the cemetery? Neverwinter Cemetery, Always Summer Cemetery. We're actually going to use that name because Neverwinter is copyrighted. No one cares. We don't care about that. Anyway, but yeah, cemetery, it's spooky ooky, fog everywhere, it's spooky season up in here, and sure enough, Haircut breaks open the lock, and you guys make your way through these headstones, a bunch of, creepy trees. The full moon is out, you hear a howl. It literally shifted into, a noir movie. In this scenario, and you guys walk up to this large crypt, and Haircut opens the door, and sure enough, there are these stairs going down into the crypt. So,
Cool.
what do you guys do?
Well, this is cool. I've never played at a venue that was this distinctive before.
Are we going to get all these things down the stairs? Is there a service elevator?
No, there is not. You just gotta carry. It's fine. Haircut's got it.
Okay.
Haircut's got it.
Haircut's got it.
I'll also use my mage hand to help with the sort of awkward maneuvering of things around corners where we can't see where we're going.
Haircut gives you a look. He doesn't nod or anything. He just gives you a look.
Cool.
Roll me an insight check just for funsies.
Okay, sure. Gee, I wonder why I have to roll an insight check right now.
Oh my god, he's a lich.
Surely nothing terrible is going to happen. Well, that's a 12.
12.
Right down the middle.
You get, just like Matilda, you get the feeling that Haircut really appreciates this.
Oh, solid.
Minxie does not ever lift anything, so it's like, this is nice to have someone else lift.
Yeah. Musicians, we gotta stick together and stuff. Like, nobody else is gonna lift our amplifiers for us. We got to teach each other to lift with the legs and not with the back.
I'm all
The mage
legs.
hand.
Amazing from the front. All right. So who goes down the stairs first?
That's me.
I'll go
The-
first because I don't want to drop equipment on people.
Excellent. Roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
This is fine.
16.
Oh, 16. Excellent. You're actually walking backwards, but you're kind of keeping an eye out. And as you're keeping an eye out, you actually notice like a blatantly like obvious tripwire.
Oh.
Yep. And you're just like, that. Excuse you. So yeah, you notice the tripwire before you hit it. Do you point it out to your companions?
Guys, just watch your step here. There's a bunch of stuff that could get really nasty if you don't pick up your feet as you're walking down these stairs. Anybody know how to disarm tripwires? Because...
Oh yeah, no, I got it, says Minxie, and he
Okay.
goes over there, and he like, roll for him real quick. He goes over there and he looks at it. And he like pulls out his dagger and he cuts it. And the doors to the crypt shut. And the landing that you guys were standing on falls in.
Oh no.
And you guys go down a chute.
Shit.
And Minxie's like, wee!
Woo!
This is the best mistake I ever made. So you
As
guys
we
are-
fall, I'm just glaring at Lucy.
you guys like you could fall like maybe like 5 feet, and then you literally hit like a slide as it goes down and down. And down
Okay,
and down.
so we're not gonna
you're
dive
not free
from
falling. No,
down
no,
and-
no.
My hands are up.
I mean, not
but
on
also
this.
glaring
Whatever's at the
me.
bottom, you might die from. We'll see.
Well, free falling is at the top of the second half, but yeah, we're not there yet. Not just yet.
Look, we're not falling. we're not at that part of the set yet. No, don't worry. But yeah, you guys go down this chute and you go around and around and around and around. Excuse me. And you land in this this stony room. It looks like like it's only maybe like 10 feet by 10 feet. It's honestly very small as you guys kind of crash into it. And standing in there, sitting on his bone throne, is a lich with this purple robe around him, a goblet in hand, and a crown of bones. Just a bone. He's a bony man. He's bone throne is the best thing you can say ever. Just
Fun.
put bone thrones in your games, everybody. No one will be sad. So he's not a bard. That wouldn't happen. Anyway, so he's just someone said tromboner. That's what like that's.
It's okay, I own it. It was me. I said tromboner.
And it was great. And you're welcome to say it in game. Chase your bliss, but this person sits here and you actually see from within his robe, which is open. I mean, he is entirely skeletal except for this purple, like, worm-like thing, like insect worm that just seems to like wrap into his stomach like a weird intestine-looking thing that goes up his throat, and he's missing his jaw. But it like this like worm snake-like thing is poking out. And then he begins to talk. So, you found yourself in my crypt.
What?
I said, you found yourself in my crypt. My exclusive club.
This is metal.
No, it's bone.
Vicky, take inspiration.
I don't need it. I don't need it. Okay.
So, like, is it too on the nose to ask if you're a death metal fan, or is it more screamo down here?
He like if he had pearls, he would clutch them.
Oh,
No, we are sophisticated. What, you think the undead are going to listen to any kind of rambunctious metal? No, we listen to the dead music, like Liberace and Tosser.
oh, like
Slavatsky.
harpsichords and stuff.
I'm not gonna think of another dumb name to say in this voice. Beethoven.
Oh yeah, Beethoven's so hardcore.
I don't think he's gonna like us very much.
Probably not. What do we do?
Ander reaches into his bag and pulls out his shawm, which is sort of a long, like, horn. It starts.
It's like the Vuvuzela from.
But
Party
he starts playing smooth jazz on it.
But
Yeah,
Steve's
yeah.
just nodding her head. She's
He's
super
playing
into
Careless
it.
Whisper.
Roll me a performance check.
Okay.
But I'm never gonna roll again if I don't roll with inspiration.
Odor plays
It's a 2.
a 2.
Oh no!
Feedback.
Oh, it's awful.
No, literally, I think you literally hold it up to your mouth to play it, and you literally go purr, 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 Whew. It's not good. Magnifex looks at you and he goes, "How dare you butcher Phil Collins?" Excuse me. I know it's is it Phil Collins or Wham? I forget.
It's George Michael.
George Michael. Thank you. Oh my god.
Gotta have
I'm so glad my friend doesn't watch this. He would get so mad at me. How dare you abuse the music of Lord St. George Michael in our house?
Hey, George Michael.
Oh my god.
So I think Chirping Crickets is gonna kind of step forward at this point after Ondert has offended yet another person.
As he is wont to do.
Yeah. And I'm going to cast Charm Person on this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a wisdom save of a 13 on your end.
A wisdom save. Let's see if he
Yeah.
makes it. He makes it with a 13.
Dang. He'll still try, and he's just under no offend.
Did you just say Ondert's name in his own voice? Because that's wonderful.
That's
I
very
mean, that's how
good.
you introduced him, so
I know, it's
Gotta do
Kenku.
it.
Yeah, go for it. I love it. I'm here for it.
I really enjoy that actually a lot.
It's okay. Yep. Yeah. I just do my best. You know.
Ondert, go take mushroom. And like he
Oh,
kind
right,
of
right.
scoots him away from the lich. Like, no, just no.
Ondert goes and sits in the corner and eats a mushroom.
The Bone Lord looks at you all. The Bone Lord on his bone throne with his bone tome. He needs a book in his hand now. God damn it. Anyway, looks at you all and says, "Well, it looks like you are musicians.
Same difference,
Same
really.
difference, really.
Around
Little
here.
of both.
Little both. Wonderful undead patrons would enjoy some live music, but none of your heavy metal. No. We want something inspirational, classic, something that they can sway to. If you can play this music, I hate doing this voice. I hated it when he did it, and I hate myself doing it. I won't let you rot in this crypt. What do you guys say?
I don't know. I send a message to him telepathically, and I'm just humming. I don't know what else to do.
What are you humming?
I am. I hate myself. I'm doing that when my rhythm starts to sway.
You doing some Michael Bubblies in his head?
Bubbly, yep, because it's classy. He's a classy lich. He's a classy tune for a classy lich.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Can I add some inspiration to it by doing the little click, tick, 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 like castanet thing that's in the background? So
Yes.
like I'm giving inspiration by backing up.
Yeah, I mean,
So you can add a D8 roll to your D20 roll for your persuasion, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So roll a D8 and add that to your
I know
roll.
technically this can be considered performance, but I like the idea of it being persuasion. This feels nice. It feels right.
The one that's like the little D8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the face is triangles.
Plum blub. Little
But
cinnamon.
it's not the pyramid one, where the face is also triangles. I have not thought this through.
I don't thought this. No. It's the one with 8 sides.
Oh no.
11 plus 6, 17.
17? Yeah. So yeah, he's like talking to you all, and then suddenly he just kind of like stops. You listen to the castanets. He's like, "See, that's classy. We like that. Play that for our undead masses, and
Cool.
I will let you go." And Minxie's just like, "Really?"
Just ruined it for everybody. Great.
We're about to get a punk rock version of Michael Bublé. I'm here for it.
I will think of a punk rock cover name for Michael Bublé in just a moment, and I'll say it, and it'll be great. So Magnifex the Bone Lord leads you all into this large ballroom where, sure enough, there is like an undead string quartet playing Travatsky in the corner, and everybody is dancing, and it's very much like Corpse Bride meets Tim Burton. I mean, Tim Burton did Corpse Bride, but it meets like a Haunted Mansion. Like, that's kind of the vibe here. You got your ghosts, you got your ghasts, you got your ghouls, you got your revents, you got your everybody. There's a Sean in there. You don't know who Sean is. Don't worry about it. And
He's of the dead, though.
He is undead. John is undead. He and several other undead individuals still have their name tag from their living lives, so people just know them as Sean. Or
Is someone
Shame.
pointing a gun at his mom?
maybe.
Yeah, on his way to a pub? No?
I don't know this reference. I'm sorry.
Thundera looks around and's like, I thought the dead would be a lot cooler than this.
Yeah, you look at Ondert. And
They're
Ondert
actually quite cold if you try to touch them.
Ondert is upset too. He's looking around. He looks angry.
Oh.
Thundera's gonna try to touch the nearest one to see if they truly are cold.
Oh yeah, they're super cold. Yeah.
It's a cold.
Yeah, he was right. They're
Dead,
cold.
dead bodies should be making mushrooms. Fertilizers.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you get your supply, Under?
Yeah.
I mean,
We've been eating dead people mushrooms?
Technically,
yeah.
corpses, the like last remaining bits of them are still in the grave.
Oh, that's okay then.
These are our spectral forms and also some of our bony forms, but you ain't gonna get mushrooms out of the bones of some of us. That's not gonna grow the mushrooms.
That's okay. We killed some cops earlier.
There's no bacteria down here.
Oh, that's too bad.
Anyway, so he goes over to the to the string quartet and he just says, "Buzz, go take 5. These wonderful people are going to be playing some Michael Bublé." And everyone's like, "Michael Bublé!" Oh, they're all so excited. Michael Bublé.
Question: Could we see about incorporating the string quartet into the piece
Yes. Yes,
for
you
a
can.
classy?
Michael Bublé.
Touch.
Ah! Who said that? Who did that? Take your inspiration. Oh, that was good.
Yes, Michael Ghoulblay.
Michael
Bublé.
Bublé.
That's phenomenal.
Oh my god. Ooh.
Oh man, that adds a whole new level of meaning to the word crooning.
Yep.
If you imagine that that's coming out of a ghoul.
Yes, I love it. Lixia, do you want to try and add some orchestral to this? I mean, that's essentially Evanescence, but so yeah.
Wait, what is it? Bring? What is that?
Wake
Evanescence?
me up, wake me up inside. Don't call me when you're sober. Oh, don't get me started. Ooh, well, Evanescence is my go-to karaoke mix. Anyway, how do you convince this orchestra to help you guys? Tell me all about it.
I think I would try to be like, hey man, they like the classics. They like hey man, we're classic, trying to put a new, different spin on the classics. We could really use your help on this. Also, I'm super invested in not dying in a crypt. It's just a thing. Yeah, I think it would be a really dope orchestral mood that we could help set here. Need your help though. You sound like professions. I think you could improv this, no problem. I'm sure you have centuries of experience. I'm trying to lay the compliments on thick here.
Roll me another persuasion check. I'm enjoying the barbarian being the let me get some of this. Let me try to bridge some gaps here.
Oh no.
Normally you're gapping bridges, but you're anyway.
Yeah. 19.
like that's it.
Yeah, I'm plus 0. So it's 19.
Still, that's really good. That's so good. Holy shit. Excuse me. Doing a certain voice hurts me a little bit, mentally and emotionally and physically. But he's off. Magnifex is off doing something. You actually see him sitting at the bar with this very large, very large blob-like zombie creature. And you actually see they sit next to each other and they kind of get hey, how's it going? They kiss. It's adorable. Anyway, except he's a zombie and it's gross. But it looks like if you put bone if you try to put bone back into the chicken wing, that's how that looks. Anyway, happy Pride, y'all. Anyway, love is forever. Love never dies. God damn it! Don't watch that musical. Don't look it up. Don't do it. It's bad. And
Even the undead deserve love.
even the undead deserve love. No, it's not bi erasure because bis are welcome at Pride as well. If you look. You can have bisexuals at your Pride Parade. If you don't have bisexuals at your Pride Parade, then fuck you. It's not a Pride Parade now, is it? Huh.
You're also missing out on all of this.
You're missing out on all this. All these puns. All of it. Look, just being bi just means that you get to watch me flirt effortlessly with every man I see and then just every woman I see.
So afraid. You're so pretty. I'm so afraid.
Pretty much. Actually, it's because I don't want them to think I'm hitting on them like a man. Anyway, but that's too real for this. We're dealing with some. You're trying to convince this string orchestra to help you guys with this, and it's gonna be great because you rolled a 19, and they're like, you know, chaps, the last time we played was on a boat that was sinking, but I think this will be. Not the Titanic. I see what you're looking at. No, it's a different boat. It's completely different boat. But yes, I think we will join you. And they take their seats, but they move their seats back a little bit to give you guys enough space. And Minxie and Haircut set up, and Minxie just looks like he's so sad. He's like, I don't want to do crooner shit. That's so boring.
We can mix it up, homie. Like
Under walks up to that guy in particular, just, oh,
hello.
You want some stuff?
What kind of stuff are you speaking about? Tell me more.
Pulls out a mushroom. He's like,
You like a mushroom? Best concert you ever played, man.
I will partake in this mushroom. Thank you very much, small goblin man. What is your name?
I am Andert.
Andert?
Yes.
Thank you for this mushroom. My name is Cornelius.
Oh, nice to meet you, Cornelius.
I like you already. And he eats the
I like
mushroom.
you too.
He eats
I
the
watch it fall
mushroom.
down his throat.
Wow.
just drops out his rib cage, and then you're.
Thundera points.
I
As
pick
it's
it up and
going
put
down.
it back.
Pick it up and
Thunder.
back in. And yeah, I do. He's just like, and
What is-
he's like, I can't taste it, but I assume this is phenomenal.
It's great. It's working. That means it's working. What's up, Andrea? What?
Thundera was like pointing at it, like, you gonna eat that?
I give it to Thundir. I pick it
get
up off
this?
the ground.
Yeah, it's been on the ground. It's been through this undead corpse's body like twice, but like again through his bones and everything like that.
Right.
And you just
It's had contact with two different corpses.
yeah,
I wouldn't say the Snickers bar out of a Walmart parking lot. I'm not concerned.
girl.
Well, you know,
I don't
Oh
know
my
if Thundir is talking or if Marlo's talking.
yeah.
Porque no los dos.
hey, if you want the funk, give them the funk.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything because I love you. I love you very much. You do you, woo. Anyway, does anything happen when when Thundera eats the
Oh no.
mushroom?
I'm sorry. These are just normal mushrooms.
You're just regular ass. Are you handing out painted shiitake mushrooms to people?
These are just placebos.
Ooh, I love it. That's very good.
But I mean, as far as Thundir is concerned, maybe it's doing something. Who knows?
Thundera, how do you feel?
Oh, you know,
Actually,
placebo effect.
You know what, Thundera? If you would like, you can roll me a nature check to
Oh,
see
okay.
if you know. Otherwise, you can just be like, yeah, no, absolutely placebo.
I rolled a nat one, so I think
You are.
I don't have any idea.
Oh my god. Shit's gonna get real. You already like feel your heart rate kind of like picking up a little bit. You're just like, holy shit.
This is gonna be the
That's
best
cool,
concert
right?
ever.
It's good.
Like looking around at all the dead, like, oh god.
You ever
Okay.
think about how we're in a room full of corpses?
You have
Yeah.
godlike powers now in this room full of corpses.
Yeah, I'm surrounded by the dead.
Yeah.
Surrounded by the dead. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're everywhere.
Yes, breathe. Lean into it. It's gonna be okay.
It's gonna
And
be a bad
if
trip.
if you think about it, there's already kind of a dead thing living inside of you, just wearing you as a costume.
I'm one of these guys. I'm just a meat suit, wearing a meat suit.
You're a bit of fat floating in water surrounded by stardust with that as your framework.
Mostly just like a bag of jelly with some hard stuff in it to help you move around.
Do I have a tongue? Do I have a tongue? Can you see my tongue? Because I can't heal it. Am I talking like the Lich? I
No.
can't feel it.
You're good. Just sit back, relax. Gonna pass.
Thundera, please take a
Gonna
point of
pass.
inspiration.
Don't worry.
Take your point of inspiration, please.
I think, am I talking like the Lich is my favorite line? It's really
Okay, everybody. You have a.
The Lich is just like.
The Lich is just like. This is.
I think at this point, as we're all sharing this experience, Matilda's just playing the bass line for the opening of Dark Side of the Moon and hoping that that's classic enough for the Liches to be like, yeah, this is the good shit.
So you start that,
Yeah.
and Mixie and Haircut kind of join along, and then you have this string quartet in the back. I'm gonna roll two things. I'm gonna roll for Mixie and Haircut, and then I'm gonna roll for the string quartet, and we'll see how we do. You go ahead and also roll me a performance check.
Matilda.
Me, Matilda?
You, Matilda, yes.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
You get
Performance.
performance.
Ooh, that's dreadful. I rolled a 9. Well, I rolled a 3 plus a 6. Oh, wait a minute. Don't I have a thing, though?
Use it.
Oh, no, it's only for my persuasion and deception.
Do you
My
have
Bard
inspo?
College gives me a thing. No, I
have
don't think
inspiration?
so. I do?
Do you still have your the DM inspiration that I gave you?
No, I used it already. It's not very good. I mean,
It's
I
okay.
tend to do more avant-garde stuff.
Yeah. So here's the weird thing. You're trying to do some avant-garde stuff, and the quartet band is trying to kind of like follow along with your rhythm, and then Haircut just looks at you, and he gives you a nod, which is the most expression you've seen out of Haircut all night, and he picks up the rhythm, the rhythm and the rhyme, and everybody somehow sounds good together. And Minxie comes in and is just like, "We're vicious throat cut bastards!" And starts singing Dark Side of the Moon. Oh my god. And the crowd is loving it. They are super into this mesh of punk rock meets metal, that they're just like, yeah, we will want to dance to this for centuries. Because chamber metal music, yes. You already have a D inspiration. I can't give you more.
So good.
And Magnifex over there and his boyfriend are just like, yes, this is very good.
Ondira's over in the corner going like this.
He just you find a sound tree, you just start beating it, just oh my god. But yeah, like surprisingly your performance is very good, and they all start jumping around and doing like cool goth kid dance moves. I can't. It's pretty rad in here. And when your set is done, the quartet is just like, thank you, absolutely, that was phenomenal. Whenever you get down here, officially, forever, we would love to have you join our band.
Thanks. You're surprisingly lively. I think that'll be a lot of fun someday.
That's a good joke.
You like that one?
She just sort of is backing away slowly.
Ondira's just standing there with this look on her face.
Everybody dies, sweetie.
Oh god.
Everyone has a TPK one day.
Oh my god.
It's okay, Thundera. Don't listen. Come with me.
Bunch of skids in the graveyard. No, these aren't skids. Thundera might be a skid when she goes upstairs. Anyway, so yeah, Magnifex leads you all out, just like that. Excuse me, wrong voice. that was an amazing performance. I have to give it to you. I wasn't prepared for such a phenomenal melding of metal and classic. We will have to see if we can find any band people that can play such music until you all inevitably join us. You're all going to die. Sorry. All cops
No,
are
that's
bastards.
true.
We're all going to die. Nick is just like, these are the final moments of this show.
We're all going to die.
We're all going to die. But
Ian's like,
Magnifex looks at you all and he says, but I must warn you, I know what they're doing. The Alderman Star. The next band, the next bar that they're going to make feast. If you think we are critical of your live music, you have not seen anything yet.
Okay.
This is my warning. Ooh. But he leads you back up to the surface, and the crypt behind you closes. And Minxie and Haircut are looking a little haggard. Minx's mohawk is kind of limp a little bit from the shenanigans happening at the last two bars that we'll maybe find out about. He says, all right, we have one last bar to go to. Let's make it really count. You guys have been great so far. Like, I really appreciate it. You guys have been kind of with us through this whole thing. Kind of kept our spirits up. No pun intended. Let's finish with let's finish with a bang. So you guys make your way to the final bar, and you get there, and it is a warehouse that has been kind of refurbished. You can see the glow of industrial lights, kind of these high top wooden bar seats that don't actually have any seats on them. And Minxie looks at you all and goes, "The last bar." I don't have to do that voice anymore ever again. The last bar, McFeish's. It's an industry bar. Everyone there is a musician or a bartender. Dear mother above, it's so terrifying. Sometimes they actually have their instruments there at the bar with them. And with me kind of feeling the way I did after crooning Michael Bublé and Dark Side of the Moon, they might rip us to shreds. Like, actually rip us to shreds with their avocado peelers. We made it very far, but we'll see what we can do here. What do you think, Haircut? What's that, Haircut? Belief? What's belief got to do with? You're right. You guys are adventurers. You'll get us through this. Let's show those guys what vicious throat-cutting bastards can do.
So Cricket is actually going to kind of step in, like, as you're doing this beautiful inspirational speech. And I'm actually going to also use Inspiring Leader. So we're gonna spend some time, and Crickets is gonna give y'all like a good pep talk. And you each gain 7 temporary hit points once I'm done. But we'll say that you're very inspired. And he goes through and just talks about in many different garbles of voices that I don't trust myself to flip through.
I won't make you do that.
It just talks about, you know, it's been many years of managing on these stages and performing and bringing your music to life. And tonight I've learned that it's the people in the performance with you that brings this inspiration from within. And we all need to reach inside and make sure that we play this show with everything that we have and finish strong. We can do this.
Cricket, go ahead and you also take a point of DM inspiration. Yeah. As you inspire everybody else, including the god that is just like, ah, shit, that was cool.
Oh, cool.
That was very
Cricket,
cool.
that was so hardcore.
So hardcore.
Just nods.
So you guys make your way into the final bar, McFeish's, and the sign outside. It's not even actually. There's not even like an actual real sign. It's a sandwich board outside and chalkboard, and drawn on the front is like a mustache. Doesn't actually have the bar name on it. It's just a mustache, and it has that. The beer, please, $5. Hi, beer, please, $3. Hi, how's your day going? I would like this brand of beer, this brand of IPA, $1.50. Like that sign, kind of out front.
Producers.
Nikki hurts because she's been to this bar before. If you see me making 1,000-yard stares, it's because I've been here. This bar is going to hit a really close to home. This is the serious part of the show, everybody.
This bar hasn't met us.
Yeah.
It has not.
That's right.
But here's my one question.
Yes.
Is the mustache also a handlebar mustache?
It's not. It is not even a handlebar mustache. It's one of those, like, it's like that curvy, like, twirly.
Oh, with the waxed tips. Oh, no.
We're talking
producers?
hipster bar. Yeah.
This
yeah.
is a hipster
I lived
industry
next door
bar.
to this place.
Yeah, no, you guys walk in, and yeah, it's got those like industrial bulbs across the bar. Again, this is like a warehouse that was gutted and made into a bar, and the like you can still see like the foundation floor that just got polished. You see the beams on everything. You still see like the cracked bits of yes, it is a gentrified bar. Yeah. Absolutely.
There's exposed brick, but it's carefully orchestrated.
Brick. Yeah. And there are artfully placed seats, and by artfully I mean just like a few and far between amount of seats in here, and some people are standing. And sure enough, you see men in vests and suspenders with the twirled up mustaches, like scraggly bits of beard, wearing like hats on the back of their head. One guy's got a typewriter with his iPad in it, typing something. We don't care. There's avocado toast here. They serve that shit till 11 p.m. All their entire board of things on tap is all handwritten, and it's a bunch of like IPAs, and we only brew in town, like
only craft brews.
Yeah, only craft brews. They do growlers, all that stuff. Sorry, I'm just like, yeah, just oof.
I'm both disgusted. Ondert's disgusted.
Yeah.
Justin wouldn't mind going to this bar.
I'd go into this bar
Kind
if
of
my
a
friends
sellout.
would.
Kind of a chump.
I wouldn't go into this bar myself, but I would go in if my friends were going there. But yeah, I would not. But like also like they serve their dragon's milk in tiny glasses, and it's $9 for that tiny little glass.
Nikki, I know that I'm technically supposed to take damage before casting Hellish Rebuke, but I think just walking in the door was like,
and all of like a bunch of the girls in this bar are wearing weirdly similar clothing. They're all wearing like the white shirt, jean short, white shoe ensemble. Like you can tell that all of them they're not wearing the same shirt and shorts and shoes, but they're all wearing white shirt, shorts, and shoes, and you're confused on which girl is which. And sure enough, yeah, there's several people with guitars. There's at least one or two people with accordions. And the band up top has
There's a banjo dude.
There's a banjo
There's
dude.
always a banjo dude.
There is a stage already currently occupied by a group that has a synthesizer, a keyboardist who is shaking a maraca at the same time, and a girl up there going, ooh. This is our Doctor Who cover band. Doctor what? Physician what? I'm sorry. I'm making fun of this bar and making fun of these people because I know them. I hate it. There is a sale on PBR in this bar. There always is. The PBR is the cheapest beer here. It's $2. Anyway.
Thundira leans over to Minxie and says, "Can we burn this place to the ground?"
After we're done with our show.
I think Matilda at this point grabs her first alcoholic beverage of the night and just shotguns the fucking EBR and is like, I cannot right now with this place.
Oh my god, can you not even?
Under blows out the torch that he was holding. He was ready to burn it down right now.
Yeah, I'm headed over to the bar and just...
There's a guy there.
Like 6 PBRs.
Again, just looks like every other dude here with their mustache twirled up, his like, you know, button-down shirt rolled up to his arms. You can see that there's a music note tattoo on the inner part of his arm, and he just says, "Hey, how's it going? My name's Gregory. I'll be your bartender tonight. What can I get you guys? We have a special right now," and he's gonna list through all the specials. Every single one of them. And he tells you about his life, how he's currently a grad student, and he's working his way through here, and he's been working at this bar for about 6 years, but he has a special that he made himself called the Theseus Wax. It's like, make anybody who's going to the bar talking to Gregory, make me a wisdom saving throw to not get completely drawn into this weirdly charismatic bartender.
No.
I'm definitely talking to Gregory.
Okay.
14 for me.
Natural 19.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Bam, bam.
Thank you.
That's a dirty 19.
15.
15?
Oh, so you're just talking to Gregory because you want to be, not because you have to.
Chirping Cricket, what did you get?
I got a 14.
14. Yeah, no, all of you save, thank God. And you kind of like, yeah. PBR. And he's like, as soon as you say the word PBR, he's like, okay. And he walks away and gets you guys the PBR. He doesn't talk to people who order PBR.
I still tip him 25% because I'm not a monster.
You're not. And we appreciate,
yeah, of course.
even if you're at a shitty industry bar that's definitely gentrifying the area that you're in, still tip.
I send him a message mentally that his thesis is stupid. His grad thesis is stupid. I tip him well, but it's stupid. He doesn't necessarily know where it's from, so...
Oh my god.
He had to tell me about it.
Evisceration.
What's the
We
dice?
love that.
I'm like, it holds no theoretical, like, I go into it. I'm like, it holds no theoretical ground. Makes no sense. Does more harm than it's good.
Minxie and Haircut are pushing the people off the stage as they're setting up for their set. Literally shoving them off the stage, like throwing their shit at them, and they're setting up for their performance. What's the damage dice for Vicious Mockery?
It's a D4.
It's a D4. Ooh, yeah, I'm
2d4
super
fifth
hella
level.
projecting. I miss bars, but I don't miss this bar. Anyway, it's a D4. Lixia, roll me a D4. Nikki's working through her trauma.
So, 1, but I re-roll that, right?
Yes.
Since I have...
Oh, no, you don't roll it on the damage dice. You only roll it on
okay,
the
okay.
20.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
But that's okay, yeah. So you roll a 1, and you just see him just kind of go...
Oh, no.
And he, like, sucks it up and goes back to work. I feel bad for Gregory now. I'm like, I hate this guy, but I get it. Anyway, so Mixie and Haircut are setting up this, and, like, as they're setting up, people actually start approaching Mixie and Haircut as they're setting up their stuff, and they're just like, oh, so what are you guys playing? What's the name of your band? How long have you guys been playing? What other places have you played at? So what kind of fretboard are you using? What kind of bass? Like, they're just grilling them. What do you, like, there's like there are 4 or 5 of these guys that are just like, actually 3 guys and 2 girls. The girls are like, one of the girls is you can kind of definitely tell that she's kind of just following along with the guy because she doesn't really know anybody here. But the other
Are they
girl,
all from the local? Are they all from the local music college?
They are, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The local College of Art and Design, you could say.
Yes.
The always summer art and design. ASAD.
They are a sad. Anyway, so yeah, so we have 4, so 3 of these guys and 2 girls are coming up and essentially grilling Minxie and Haircut about their set, and Minxie looks like he's trying to like talk with them, but he's starting to get a little frazzled, and Haircut is just being like,
It just wilts with his mood.
and I mean, normally he's just kind of like, but now he's like,
Whoa.
yeah, his whole mouth shifts just a little bit. He's having a rough time.
Big red flag.
Yep.
Listen, Haircut. I know that this place is really bringing you down, okay? Like, the vibes here, they're not great. But do you know what we say to those bad feelings when we get them sometimes? All those feelings of self-doubt and all that bullshit? We say, fuck you, okay? So we're going to get up on this fucking stage, and we are going to play the greatest show of our lives. Because, as we said, not everybody gets to play the greatest show of their life before they have to go join, trombone or fuckface over there in the graveyard. We're going to fucking do it. And we're going to give these people a show that they will remember. Do you all hear me? And I'm going to cast heroism at my highest level spell slot.
Oh my god. I love it.
And as she does that, Undert raises his hands and says, "We're all going to die someday."
So you are immune to being frightened and gain 3 temporary hit points at the start of your turn for the next minute. So pep talk.
Who do you pep talk? Is this to Minxie?
Haircut? Yeah, I'll pep talk Minxie and Haircut both.
Both of them?
Because I'm not very powerful, so I can't pep talk a lot of people.
It's fine. You pep talk the 2 of them, and Minxie like immediately perks up. He's like, yeah, you know what? Fuck these guys. These guys are the reason that we can't play punk in some of our favorite venues anymore. We came in, and then they followed after us and kicked us out of these venues. Fuck them. Let's fucking do this. And they start playing, again, they're like, we are vicious third coat bastards! Fuck gentrification! And they'd start going. They just start fucking going. And the people that were grilling them back up, and you actually see the 3 band members that they pushed off the stage get very upset. They're like, this place isn't gentrified. It's urban. Oh, I hurt myself saying that. Nikki took some damage saying that word. Up and coming. Oh, anyway. But you see the accordion guy pick up his thing, the synthesizer pick up their thing, and the singer pull up a microphone. And we're having a battle of the band suddenly as as they begin these 3 begin going against their like this weird synthy like artsy music going up against this punk rock loud music. We're actually gonna roll initiative. No one's actually like attacking, but we're gonna roll initiative. So yeah, tell me what you guys get. Nice.
Oh, natural 20 plus 2.
Natural 20 plus 2.
Which is 22.
15.
Is that chirping? Or no, Thundera, thank you.
Chirping got a 14.
Undert got a 13.
Lixia got 16.
Thank you. Thunder, you got a 16 or a 13?
Ooh, me,
Yeah.
15.
15. Ah! Yay, no one has matching numbers. This is so... And you're all very clumped
We're
together.
sequential.
Again, you guys go before my people. So, yeah, starting with Matilda, and then Lixia, and then Thundera. So, yeah, Matilda, what are you doing?
So I think what I'm going to do is, since I'm kind of out of my cool stuff that makes me be able to be badass, instead, what I'm going to do is I am going to just get like really into sort of swaying with the music as I'm playing on the bass. And I'm going to pull out a couple of those glow sticks that were lying around during the graveyard
Yeah.
that Thundira found. I'm going to put them around my wrists as I play. And I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern. So basically, like the hypnosis of watching me like go through these chords and stuff on the bass is going to be like that. So I guess I don't know if this should be on the crowd or on the other band.
Ooh.
You know what? You know what? I'll do mine on the other band.
On the other band?
Because what my goal is that if they, like, it says that they're charmed, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of want them to pick up what we're putting down and like try and harmonize and jam with us a little bit. And just like, oh yeah, these guys, they have some cool music that they're making. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So they got to make a wisdom save 14.
Nope. Yes. Hell no. Okay. So the synthwave and the accordion player, both of them are like, they're like, oh yeah, no, we could definitely do some punk music. And the girl who's singing is like, I don't scream, that ruins my voice. So the two of them are charmed, one of them is not. And then we move on to Lixia.
Ooh.
Yeah, what is the barbarian gonna do?
Right.
Hurting them is an option.
I don't know that I necessarily want to do that. If it does, just run across the stage.
Yeah.
But like rage and then just really angrily.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. I think can I just wait if something escalates and then
Sure. Yeah.
I think I might, I don't even think I'm gonna rage quite yet. I think I'll just wait and see if anything does escalate. I don't think there's a whole lot I can do right now.
So yeah, you want to hold your action until things escalate and then jump in the fray?
Right, yeah.
Cool. Love it. So you're holding your action, Thundira, and then it's Chirping Crickets, and then Under.
So, Thundira is going to clap her hands, like win the beat, and like you see these like waves of like sound coming off of it, and she's like directing them at the band members, and additionally at I don't know who else because I can do up to 3. I'm gonna do bless.
Yes.
Bless.
Bless.
Um.
Matilda is currently banding it up.
Okay, yeah. So then the Minxie, Haircut, and Matilda, and just like bless.
Yes. You clap your hands, and yeah, Minxie and Haircut, like they've already got heroism cast on them. They've already been inspired by the speech. And you're clapping along, and they just feel like they're watching you. They're not watching everybody else because, yeah, sure enough, if you look over at the crowd of people kind of watching, they don't really see. They're watching, but no one's like. They're just they literally are just like watching you. There's like no expression on their faces, so they're not watching that. They're watching you, and they're getting hyped on you. And so yeah, that will. I have a role for them later on. That'll be important for things to progress. Awesome. And do you have a bonus action or anything else you would like to do, Thundira?
No, I don't think I want to do like spiritual weapon or anything like that because it's not really. I can do that whenever when fight starts. Yeah. If it starts.
If it starts. You're fighting wills, not fists. I have you written here as CC, and I keep wanting to call you that, but Chirping Crickets.
I mean, you can call me CC. I'll know what that means. Coincidentally, those are my initials anyway, so I'd still respond. So Crickets is gonna he's gonna look around the room and he's going to well, first of all, like how many people are like here listening?
There's about like down here that aren't a part of the band, probably like 25, 30 people.
Okay, okay. Um, and I'm assuming, so did they also set up on the same stage or did they
No,
set up?
there's like a little strip that, and they're they're definitely in the way of the servers right now, but they've like set up kind of
Okay.
just like off to the side.
So I am going to cast Calm Emotions and target it directly on the other band
Mm-hmm.
so that everything within that radius that's paying attention to them
Mm-hmm.
are going to be just completely indifferent to their playing.
Yeah.
They just don't even care. This is a charisma save of 13.
One success, another success, and a failure. Well, so it's actually a sphere. So I guess we'll also do it on the people watching. Yeah. Okay. So the accordion player and the singer, both of them are like, they're like, no, this is serious. This is like, even though the accordion player has been charmed, he is like kind of he's too busy paying attention to the hypnotic bass. So he's kind of already charmed, already kind of chilled out. But yeah, the singer is just like, you guys are stealing my thunder. Like, I'm supposed to be the next Lana Del Rey. How dare you? But the people around them are also beginning to like chill out. They were kind of they're starting. The people around them were starting to do like that sway thing to their music, but as soon as you cast that, they like stop and they're like, yeah, it's not really that moving. Yeah. Anything else that Chirping Crickets wants to do?
No, that'll be it.
Excellent.
And that's a concentration, so yeah, I'm just gonna hold that for a little bit.
Yeah. And then Ondert.
Yes. Andart.
Andert, seeing this sort of that the calming effect didn't really take effect, he's going to like look at the other band. He's going to go, ah, fuck this, and he is going to cast Erupting Earth, focused on the other band, to try and like just sort of swallow them up into a big old earth slap.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah. That is going to be a saving throw of a dexterity type.
Mm-hmm. I think the synth player and the accordion player both are at disadvantage because they're too busy focusing on the hypnotic pattern and being chill, and then the singer lady is just like keyed up now.
It's the old bait and switch.
The old bait and switch.
You sort of get someone calm and distracted, and then you slap them with earth.
And then you slap them with earth.
Slap them.
The synth player fails. The accordion player is fine. And what's the DC for that?
It's a 13.
And the singer fall into so the singer and the synth player fall into the pit.
That's great.
She's so keyed up that she was too busy paying attention to y'all and did not realize the earth was opening around her.
Can't find my 12s, so I'm just going to roll it here. Let's see. It's save or half on this. And so, let me see. 3d12 damage.
Oh, shit.
12s. Yeah.
So,
It's a big one.
So singer, synth, and accordion.
Yeah, so those who succeeded...
Just one is the accordion player that succeeded.
Okay, the accordion player takes 11 damage. The others take 22 damage.
Holy shit.
It's this big old... And Ondert says, we're all going to die someday! And bam! Sort of slaps it.
You're like, but I'm going to expedient that.
Hey!
When this is done, Lixia is gonna.
Yeah, you're like shit popped off. So you watch as the accordion player and the singer just get swallowed up by earth. Is there anything else? Or I mean, the earth just like literally like just explodes around them. Under your
For sure. He's going to use a bonus action to hide underneath the stage.
nice. Yeah, roll me that stealth. Just roll me a stealth.
Oh, sure. It is a 9. So not the best.
Not the best, but there's also like you literally like you cast your spell and that molded foundation floor just erupts around all these guys. The accordion guy like was already like getting really into his music and kind of leaned back, and that he avoided most of the damage for that. And then you duck under the stage as Lixia. You had a held action. You were ready to go, so you run up. What are you doing?
And well, all the just to add to that, all the ground around them is difficult terrain now. It's all kind of like muddy and
nice. You've added to the decor of this bar.
The property values go up now.
Some people walk in. They're like, "I like this new concept y'all got going."
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Really
I'm gonna
a
die.
bold
at the
choice.
End of this. None of y'all are gonna die. I'm going to die at the end of all of this. Lixia, what you doing?
Okay, so I guess I'm raging now. Because why not?
Why not?
Yep, here for a good time. A good fight, not a long time. And I take one of my javelins.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and throw it through the middle part of the accordion.
Yep.
Through hit and try to stop his playing.
As he's like,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. So yeah, roll me that. It is a ranged attack, but because it's javelin, you still roll it normally. So whatever your great sword plus is. Actually, I think your stuff should already be added on there. Yeah, it's already added.
Okay, so 15, I guess plus 2, 17.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit him. And then 1d6 plus 3.
4.
4 points of damage to accordion. Cool. You have a second attack.
Okay.
Also, at any point, or you already went into a rage. On a
Yes.
bonus action, you can go into a frenzy.
Well, you know what? Why not? It's the last show of the night.
Last show.
Make it a banger.
You can just do that. Like you're like, I go into a rage, and then I go into a frenzy.
Yeah.
Yes. So roll me that second attack. That's reminding me what a frenzy does.
Yeah. I don't know.
You just get an extra attack as a bonus action.
Okay.
So you get to 3 attacks on your next turn.
Okay. 6 for my second attack.
6 total.
Yep.
6 damage.
That would be to try and hit, right? Because I haven't actually made the second attack yet, right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
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 So yeah, it was a 6 to hit.
Oh.
Probably not.
No, sorry. I was like 6 damage. No, a 6 unfortunately is not going to hit
Right.
the accordion man. But you do a substantial amount with the 4 points. You definitely rip his accordion, so it doesn't sound as good, and he's very upset about it. And he's gonna go into a rage because he's a barbarian.
I'm excited.
Do you know how much this cost me? I found it at a garage sale for $200. Okay, that was Lixia, and now you jumped into the order, and now it is their turn. So they are going to so Mixie and Haircut are rocking out. They're going for it, and the accordion person is going to actually run up with his accordion. He's gonna run up with his accordion and he's going to try and literally like squash Mixie's head with the accordion. We'll see how you do, though. But his accordion's fucked up now. So he fails. So he runs up, tries to squeak Mixie, forgets that Mixie is short and he can't bend that low in these high-waisted pants and suspenders. So he runs back to his spot. Synthwave person is just super chill right now. He got hurt earlier. Actually, does damaging knock them out of the hypnotic wave?
Yeah, it does.
All right.
Damaging them, and if someone comes up to shake them out of the stupor, it knocks them out of it.
So Synthwave guy is actually going to cast his own hypnotic pattern at the three of you guys, just like woo woo. So Matilda, make me that wisdom saving throw, DC 13, and Mixie and Haircut are also going to make those as well.
Okay.
And they succeed. They're like, nope. We took psychedelic mushrooms. We went through several different other clubs. Your weird, like, Doctor Who sound isn't gonna get us.
Well, that's great, because Matilda rolled a 5.
Oh no. Did I not give you another DM inspiration?
Did you?
I can't remember.
I'll roll again.
I can't remember now.
You did. I just didn't write it down, and therefore in my brain. Oh, I rolled a 5 again!
No! You're like, oh, yeah. You're like, this actually sounds really cool. I like.
You have a point.
Like, okay, yeah, no, I get it. And you I think you stopped playing your bass. You just like you play it, but it's very like single chorded and it doesn't match and it's not rhythmic at all. And Mixie and Haircut are just like, Matilda, no.
I have a question.
Yep.
DM, did any of them pass within 10 feet of me?
The accordion person would have passed by.
Okay.
Yes.
Could I use a reaction?
Absolutely.
So, Ondert has a reaction called Halo of Spores. So as a reaction, I can basically some of the mushrooms out of my ear fly off and smack him for 1d4 damage.
These mushrooms just sprouting wings and just.
Exactly, and it's not a lot, but one of the mushrooms flies off and hits him for 2 points of damage.
Am I still tripping?
Yes. Yes, you are.
You are.
Yes, you are. Yeah, no, I mean, it hits him. It hits him in his kneecap. He hates it. He runs back. He was kneecapped by a cap mushroom. I can die now.
That's it. Roll credits.
Right.
That's it. Right there.
We're done. We're done with the show. And the singer is going to let out essentially what would be considered like a banshee scream, except not an actual banshee scream. I wouldn't pull that on you guys because holy shit, banshee screams are really bad. So everybody, including Mixie and Haircut, needs to roll me a wisdom saving throw. As she just belts it. Oh no! Oh, thank God.
14.
14? That makes it.
14 for Thundera, yes.
You need a 14 and up to do it. No! No! Onder, I know you have a DM inspiration. I definitely gave you one. And I definitely gave chirping a DM inspiration.
Yeah, so I originally rolled a 9, but I re-rolled and I got a 18. So.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Onder got an 11.
Dang it.
With the re-roll.
No,
I mean, Matilda knew this could be her last show going in,
Okay.
so like. Yeah.
And Alexia, what'd you get?
Goodbye.
3.
3? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Minxie also rolled like a 4, and Haircut rolled a 17. So all of you who hear her, so those of you, let's see how much damage she's doing. That's a good a good amount of damage there. That's not that bad. So everybody who succeeded is going to take 5 points of damage, and everybody who failed takes 11 points of psychic damage, essentially, as she just like blasts your ears with this very like, she had a lot of abdomen in this sound, like a voice coach would actually be very proud of her. Like, she had a lot of breath in it. Anyway, there's
a lot of breath support.
A lot of breath support there.
Really great.
Yes, don't forget you have 7 temporary hit points from the inspirational talk earlier. So, yeah, you hear the sound and it screeches into your ears, but you remember the talk you had, and some of that gets kind of knocked out. And then Minxie and Haircut are going to roll performance checks as they continue their performance. Man, Minxie is just getting like battered and beaten and like thrown to but Haircut is just like holding the rhythm the entire time, and then these guys are busy attacking. They are not rolling super hot. So the crowd is slowly but surely moving over to the Minxie and Haircut side and beginning to do that like sway of like, oh yeah, this is catchy. Yeah, it's really catchy.
Swaying nicely to like death metal.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And we're back up to the top with Matilda. Matilda, you are currently under that hypnotic wave.
So for me, that means I have to be charmed?
Yeah, you are currently charmed, and...
Oh. Well, then I'm incapacitated and have a speed of 0, so I can't do anything except just stand there.
You're just standing there, yeah.
Okay. I'm just like...
So you all definitely notice, Matilda, you're usually very vibrant and vivacious. Bass player is just like...
Yeah, I think like her arms are just sort of hanging limply at her sides, and the bass is just dangling off of the strap. Like, what?
Yeah, the hypnotic pattern only hit Matilda and Minxie and Haircut, and Matilda was the only one that was affected.
Yeah, so that's my whole turn.
And then we are at Lixia.
Okay. I am... The accordion guy is still up and going, right?
Yes, they're all still going. The singer and the synthwave person both look really, really bad. Accordion guy is kind of on his way.
Right. Okay. I just fucking hate accordions, so I'm gonna go after him.
What did accordions do to your family?
It was my dad. This is like the emotional moment of the show where I go into my family history of how my dad would incessantly play accordion.
A real long flashback.
Yes.
Right, yeah. And that's how I became an adventurer. So yeah, I'm gonna go after the accordion guy with my part of me doesn't want to like do any horrible damage, but also whatever. I want to pull out my great sword, my buster sword, and basically just kind of start hacking as much as I can. So you're attacking the accordion guy first. Roll me that. You're going into a frenzy now. Yes. Yeah. Well, I went into a frenzy the last turn.
Pretty much, as soon as you go into a rage, you get.
Okay.
You can choose to go into a frenzy. And you just pretty much your bonus action counts as an extra attack. So you get 2 regular attacks per action and then an extra attack for bonus action.
Cool. I'm not going to be able to keep up with that.
I got you. No worries. You literally run up and you start swinging. You just
All right. 5 for the first one.
Yeah, and the accordion guy, that's not going to hit.
Yeah. All right. Damn, 8.
You have,
Yeah.
and then you have one more bonus hit.
Yeah. Changing my dice. I used to not believe that, but now I do. 19.
Yay!
Yeah.
All right, and then you roll 2d6 plus 5. You're just swinging with your greatsword, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
8 plus 5, 13.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh shit. You must hate accordions a whole lot because accordion man goes down. How do you do it? Tell me about it.
Oh, yay. Okay, so this has been my goal for the entire game.
Yes.
I get the greatsword and just go off at the knees. And then just kind of hack away, just boop, 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 every time. And I say boop, 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 every time.
Boop, boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop the kneecaps.
Yep. Until he's done.
He's down.
Yep.
Awesome. That was a very good turn. And then Thundera.
Thundera's gonna look. You said the synth guy and the singer are still up.
Yeah, like you watched as your little kneecapper halfling runs up and just like literally like twice to the kneecaps and then once more and the accordion man just crumples like
I am going to look at the synth guy and say, "That's just sound. That's not fucking music." And then as I say music, I go, "Music!" and like, oh, this like girl metal sound just comes out. And I cast spiritual weapon again.
Yes.
And I'm gonna hit him with the axe.
Yes,
like,
you
I'm gonna
do.
show you what makes magic, what makes music.
He's about to make some music in a second here.
Boo boo. CC, second level. What's the distance?
For the synthwave guy, only
Yeah.
like 15 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then I'm gonna run up on him with my mace out.
Yes. Mace out and axe out, and tell me the damage. Tell me what you're doing.
So I hit with a mace. As I did a 21 with the mace and a 9 with the spiritual weapon.
9's not gonna hit him, unfortunately, but the 21
Okay.
will. So what's the damage on the mace?
So yeah, let me do that. It's too many weapons. I can't remember what everything does.
It's okay.
Let's see. So, oh, ha, yeah, like that dice. I swing up with the mace. Well, let me do it this way. So I kind of do this sort of cross body, sort of like I'm doing a front swing, and just smack him in the torso.
Yeah.
For 9 damage with my mace.
Ow. Yeah.
And I imagine that the spiritual weapon, it appears and it kind of swings down on him, but misses him by like 3 feet.
Yeah.
Not a great one.
And yeah, the synthwave man goes down. You shout this really gnarly thing at him, like super. It hurt him deep, and then you hurt him physically. And he also crumples to the ground. And I believe that is your turn. And now we are at CC, chirping crickets.
All right.
Followed
So
by
all
Undert.
that's all that's standing is the singer.
All I'm
correct?
saying is the singer, and she's just like, I guess I'm a one-woman show now.
Was she under the calm emotions? Because I think it was only accordion that saved on that, right?
No. Yes. Accordion was the only one who saved on that, so she is
Okay.
under calm emotions.
Okay.
She's been carrying on your wayward sons.
Oof.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll go ahead and drop calm emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna stop concentrating on that. And oh man. I literally rolled a d4 to see if I was going to do this or not, and it did roll, so I'm doing it. Crickets wants to get in on this final show. He wants to really make sure that we hammer it in. And from behind his cloak, he kind of whips out a set of bagpipes.
What?
And yes, I am proficient in bagpipes.
The crowd goes wild when you pull out the bagpipes.
He clambers up onto the stage and just does a little nod and then just goes to town on these bagpipes. And performance?
Yeah, roll me that performance check.
Okay, it could have been better, but a 14.
14. A 14 is solid. This crowd digs a good bagpipe, and they love that weird.
Do they really like it, or do they like it ironically?
They like it ironically, but that doesn't matter for this fight.
That's okay.
Because
That's okay.
Look, they're into it, and they're definitely now they're bobbing their heads and like tapping their feet. It's great. They're really into it, and the singer is not into it. She is actually very upset that you've done this.
There we go. But yeah, so that's my turn. Yeah, he's just joining in with bagpipes to augment.
All right, and Ander, what you doing?
Andert.
Ander sees this valiant effort by Cricket, and so Ander sort of climbs up onto the stage and wanders over to Cricket, and he says,
Hey, Cricket. You want some stuff?
and he feeds Cricket
Just like
a
don't
mushroom.
even wait, just like in
Just
their
shoves
beak.
it in Cricket's mouth, and he says,
Best show you ever played, man.
and he's going to cast Healing Word on Cricket at second level, I think.
Oh my god!
So just to heal Cricket just a little bit.
Just a little bit. We love
Just
it.
a little bit. So that's it's just like 5 points of health back, and but that's a bonus action. So with his regular action, I mean, who's left? What do we got? We got
Just
the
the
singer, right?
Just the singer.
He's gonna take. I don't know what he can do because he doesn't have anything.
You still have your shillelagh.
Really... Oh yeah, no, it's not really up. But I think what he'll do is, I think he'll take his. Yeah, he'll just take his club, his walking stick, and try to like throw it at the singer. How about that?
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's a 1. So
you throw it. It's exactly how you imagine it. Just like bad, just poor. And it's her turn, and she is going to blast another banshee scream at you guys. So now she's hitting. I think she's hitting everybody. Oh, by the way, Matilda, you are no longer currently charmed because Synthwave Man got knocked. So you're out of your thing.
So I actually have a chance against this Banshee scream.
You do. So yeah, cool. Everyone roll me that wisdom saving throw.
7.
Got a 24.
Oh God. On 3d6, everybody listen up. I rolled 3d6. I rolled all ones. On 3d6.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
I'm
darn.
mad.
What a shame. Oh no.
So the DC was 14. So those of you who succeeded take only 1 point of damage, and everybody else takes 3.
Yay!
Oh my god, the audacity. But Mixie and Haircut are still going. They're still keeping on playing. And with Cricket joining in with bagpipes and Matilda coming back on with the bass, they, oh my god. Mixie and Haircut look at the singer and they say, "You'll never be Lana Del Rey because Lana Del Rey is dating a cop, and all cops are bastards." And the crowd is just like, but just like very affirmatively. And
imagine becoming radicalized at a punk show when we're the people that are on the stage.
Yeah. And she like just stamps her foot and she throws. She gently places the mic on the ground because she knows that costs money, and she's just like, I'm leaving. But she doesn't pay her tab, which is shitty. But she leaves, and the crowd is just like, well, that was very good. Yay. And Mixie and Haircut high five. They come up to you guys and they all high five, and it's great. And then this bar gets burned to the ground by some other reason. We don't know why. We'll never tell. And with the burning of this very gross industrial bar, that is where we're going to end this session. Thank you all so much for being here. And this is now the portion where you get to just talk about yourself and plug all of the things that you were doing. Starting with Anna. Yeah.
Oh, we're starting with me. Okay.
Aha! I tricked you.
Yes, I'm Anna at Nymeria941 on most of the social medias. What am I doing? Well, tomorrow I am actually GMing a game over on the Heroes Without Limits Twitch channel. It's a City of Mist game that's called This Rough Magic, and it is my return to the channel that helped me get my start in streaming. It's super awesome. Everybody in that game plays as a character that has a real life myth or legend living inside of them. And there's also a Doc Rimbo as a player in that game. So if you want to see more of the two of us, that's usually where we are. That's on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern. I also stream a lot over on Encounter Roleplay. You can see me there on the Star Trek Adventures Sword of Kalis campaign, which is where we are playing as a crew of all Klingons that are trying to find the legendary Sword of Kalis. Some of us are doing a better job than others, and I am others in that instance because I can't roll for shit in that game, but it's super awesome. So yeah, check that out. That's on Encounter Roleplay on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for having me here. This was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was really, really great.
Absolutely, you can absolutely do that. And we have our Draku chirping crickets.
Hey everybody! Yay! This was so much fun. Yeah. So I'm Draku. I'm over here. I try to get Draku everywhere. That should be me, except for the 1 or 2 places where the other Draku has stolen my username. But I'm Draku3690 here on Twitch. You can usually find me playing, I'm a variety streamer, so you can usually find me playing different video games. I'll be playing The Witcher 3 tomorrow. Pretty close to the end of that one, so if you don't want to get spoiled too much, maybe don't watch that. And then I'm also in a couple of streamed RPGs coming up. Oh, thanks, Hannah. I saw that in chat. This Thursday will actually be a one-shot, I think, with Doc, right? You're going to be in that one on too. It's over on Encounter Roleplay. It's Miss of Avalon, and it's about just magic stuff. I mean, you can maybe
It's Celtic, Anna. It's
Celtic magic stuff.
I'll be there.
So there's that, and then you can also find me on Kobold Press on Monday nights for Lessons in Deep Magic, which is an amazing show as well. And that's pretty much me. I stream and I role play.
I think that's a lot.
That's my life
here. And then we have Marlo, our Thundera.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy I'm here. You can find me on Twitter at Marlo Bogwitch. I think it's above. There's 2 G's, so look out for that.
Did I misspell your name?
No, I think you're right. I think you got it right. I'm not looking at it right now. But I just always tell people, remember, there's 2 G's, because if you find the Bogwitch that has taken everything ahead of me,
we have to end her. We're end them, whoever they are.
We're coming.
Yeah,
we're coming for them.
Vicious mockery.
I have a pinned post that lists everything I do quick over, because I could talk for hours about everything that I'm doing. So I am on a podcast. It's a 5e game called Sins of the Father. It's about kids looking for their lost fathers. Right now we are telling a side story. We had one of our members had some personal life stuff and couldn't record with us for a while. So rather than not bringing you content, we decided to bring you 3 treasure hunting pirates, a loxodon, a drow, and a fish people. I forget. Yes. Anyway, so we're telling that story right now, and we'll be back on our bullshit soon. I can tell you that much.
Yes.
And then I'm also doing Wednesday night. That's tomorrow. I'll be doing Sleep Saith the Night Mother, a Cult Divinity Lost story over on D Live. So check that out. Pretty awesome. I am doing this Thursday is a spell RPG game for Witch Hunt called Witch Hunt. It is set around the Salem Witch Trials. And that's at 10:30 p.m. Central Time. Then I'm over on Encounter. I am also on Encounter.
Everybody's there.
2 p.m. on Fridays. I am playing Diesel Punks. I am playing a cult leader that is based on a Southern evangelical preacher. So check that out. That Hocus character is insane. And then this Saturday is when it would normally be. I think we're skipping this time. I'm doing another 5e game called the Gateway Wars over on Featherfall. It's a lot of fun. I play a very messed up bard. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's me. Thank you for having me. I've had so much fun, you guys.
Thank you. This is super fun. Justin?
Yeah. Wow, y'all are busy. Two of the things that I've got coming up have been mentioned already. So usually on Wednesdays, I'm with Anna over on Heroes Without Limits, where we play Cities of Mist. Like Anna said, we have myths and stories and fairy tales living inside us, and I play a character who's inhabited by the fairy tale of Hansel and Gretel, which is pretty rad. And I'm super excited to play in that campaign. I won't be there tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be on Encounter Roleplay playing in our weekly one-shots. And tomorrow I'm playing in a worldwide wrestling one-shot on Encounter Roleplay at 3 p.m. Eastern, where I play a manager named Tix Abernathy. And I'm super excited for that one. And that'll be fun. Thursday, Dracu and I are going to be in this Mists of Avalon game, which sounds like it's going to be super awesome as well. And then next week, I'll be back with my friend Anna for more fairy tale nonsense. I also want to say thanks, Nikki. This was super fun.
I'm so glad you guys had a lot of
inviting
fun.
us.
Thank you for being here. And we have Zoe.
Hi, thank you everybody for having me. This was a great first game to play, so thanks for your patience. It was so much fun.
Great.
Not doing any of that streaming stuff. So you can find me at Zostercoaster. It's on the Twitter thing. I don't really talk about games. I just make fun of Dragon Age names because they're funny. And cyberbully my city officials. So that's about all I do. But if you're in an area, Black Lives Matter is still very important. Find a way to get plugged in. And you can also, a lot of schools don't have the support that they need. I'm a union organizer for a teachers union. Find ways to support your teachers. If it's on a picket line, if it's calling the school board, find a way to support this. This is not only an issue for the safety of teachers and students, it's also a community safety issue. So in my city, COVID has primarily affected Black and Brown students. So it's a huge issue. Find a way to plug in and support your educators. And that's about it. Thank you so much for having me again. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for being here. And I am Nikki, your Dungeon Master. You can find me at the Wig DM on Twitter. You can find me here at Final Show Films on every other Monday doing the bi-weekly one-shots, and Thursdays playing Scuzzimal Tea Buckets, your family goblin rogue. Definitely did use that voice for Minxie tonight. You can also catch
Goblin Pride.
Goblin
Pride.
We love goblins here.
Yeah.
You can find me with Craftic Studios doing a variety of fun games with them and podcasts with them. We'll be doing our Saving Face, where Neil will return with all of her Sassy Bard stuff on September the 20th. 27th, I believe, is that day. It's a Tuesday. And then Slady's ATL is a Twitch channel that me and my friend April are starting. We're doing a 12-hour donation stream on October 2nd. That is the kickoff date for that channel. We'll be doing giveaways, prizes, and the cap-off game will be our Hunt for the Heart Shards, a Sailor Moon-based campaign. So check that out. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you guys for playing in this punk rock game. Remember, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, all cops are bastards, support people in COVID, believe in climate change, and wear your damn mask and wash your hands. And thank you all so much for being here with us, and say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.